Maybe it's Henny, maybe it's Remy, maybe Martell. It might be Patron, you might be on Dunn, I cannot tell. We doing it live, whatever you drinking is alright with me. Just pour up your lit and welcome to Shot TV. This is a show about how we be doing the most.
I'll start early because I see everybody here. So this week's episode is called The Dating Game. We got some live ass hosts about to, I guess, talk about this with me. So, you know, if y'all drinking, y'all know what time it is, shot time. And it's going to be some fun topics, man. I hope a lot of people fuck with it. So let's get everybody here. Where's Dom's name at? There we go. Everybody. Well, I knew you were going to be the first one. Good shit, man. Just what the hell you doing, man?
I had to go get my vape. You know I can't do anything without my fucking vape.
Nah, you like me, man.
What
Big
up,
bro.
what up, y'all? How y'all feeling?
What's up?
What's up, ladies?
Oh, man. Yeah, I know Jess going to have the technical difficulties. What was about to say? Fam, where you at, Dom?
I'm at the crib in the A.
No, I'm saying, do you live in Atlanta or North
Yeah,
Carolina?
Atlanta. No, I live in Atlanta.
It's starting to make sense, man. Cause I sure told a lot of people, I was like, I don't know if you live in Atlanta or North Carolina, man. So.
Oh yeah, no, you know they're just big play in North Carolina.
Oh yeah, man.
We go.
Ciara, I know you represent North Carolina.
Miss Charlotte.
Okay, Charlotte in the building.
Are you in Atlanta?
Dom is.
You're in Atlanta, me too.
Oh, that's what's
You live in
up.
Charlotte?
We got two.
No, I live in Atlanta.
Oh,
Yeah, man. All right, y'all. Tonight's a tough one. That's why I'm trying to get this hookah shit going. Obviously, it's not my forte, right? But
he's so
I do want to take the first shot for Miss. I can't say her first name. It's K Brown. For being, what is it, in the United States? Is it, what position? She's on the
Supreme Court, right? Judge.
Yeah.
Supreme Court judge.
Yeah.
Let's just celebrate her, right? So I'm gonna take my first shot for that, man, so I can loosen up for her.
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I'm on it.
I haven't got mine yet.
Oh man, Ciara, you even drink? Yeah.
I'm fucking up. Hold on.
And you got a vape. The girls got their own thing going tonight.
Right.
I ain't trying to get me drunk.
We can't.
Hey, that's what we're here for.
There we go. What up, y'all?
Come on. You cannot listen though. You cannot come on Shot TV and not take shots though. Like that's what we're doing right now.
Hey.
That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing.
What up, y'all? Nah, I knew it was gonna be like that's what the show's starting to trend to. It's starting to trend towards, you know. I let people do their thing though. I ain't judging y'all, you know. All right, let's take this first shot. I needed to loosen up anyway, man. Especially talk about dating here. I can't even talk about that shit sober like that. So cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. All right. Let's go.
Oh, shit.
Let's go.
Get it out the way. Let's go.
All right, to start off, I guess the first question is going to be like expectations. So we got the wheel behind us. So I do want to have this open talk before we spin the wheel and get to the topics. But dating expectations. So the reason I picked dating game, because I compare dating to like a game system almost, because it's like always changing. You know what I'm saying? Like if you used to date back in the 90s, it's so much different, you know, now. And I compared it to like how games keep evolving and shit. So that's how I came up with dating game. And I want to apologize to Ciara. I think she thought she was going to be on a dating show at first. And,
boy! Don't try me.
So I do want to let you know I wouldn't put you in that situation, nor would I want it. But what's your feel of dating kind of currently? Ciara, since I picked on you, let's start with you, man.
I don't know he's going to let me go first.
Mm-hmm.
I think that dating is very interesting. I'm 31, and it's a lot of options out here. It's a lot. And I feel like with me...
Where the hell are you at?
Girl, all over. You know, just because you stay in one state don't mean you can go somewhere else. But I would say that it's a lot of options, but it's like, is it a right option for me? I'm a picky person. And sometimes you get a little overwhelming. I think sometimes, too, in the framework now, some people don't want commitment. They don't want for relationships, especially with certain people of certain calibers, like high caliber men to a certain extent, it's like a half and half. And then just finding somebody that I'm compatible with. I've had long relationships and stuff before, and they've been my best friend. And I've like the things that I wanted in relationships, I've had them, and I know what I want, and you know, I feel like in God's time it'll come for me. So until then, I'm mixing and mingling. Okay.
That's right. Enjoy it.
My bad, y'all. I'm trying to get these codes and shit. Was about to say, let's go to you, Jess. How you feeling about dating right now?
You would know. I don't know. I feel like I'm also in a really weird space. Well, I'm in a weird space. I just turned 30 last year, and I've like always been in a relationship. So like the last like 6 months or so, I've been focusing on me and dating. Like I'm dating somebody now. And it's new and I like it. But it's been very, very, very tough. I feel like I've had the shittiest dating life. Actually, I wouldn't even say that. I don't even date. I'm always in a fucking relationship. Like, let's just be real. I'm always in a relationship. I don't even know really how to date. So, but my relationships have been terrible. So now I'm trying to like date, and I think I like dating more because you can kind of do what you want.
You like dating more than being
Talk that shit.
I mean, not right now. Like I'm dating somebody right now, so like that's the only person I'm talking to. But like prior to that, like I like dating because there's like there's a commitment to a certain extent. Like if you're intimate, I guess, and then after that, like I can go the fuck home. So I don't have to deal with that shit. Yeah, like I can go to sleep peacefully.
Yep.
Right. It's more, I feel like this is more peaceful for me and I like it. Yeah. Next topic.
Yeah, let me drop it here, bro. Because I'm gonna tell you, like, I'm in the A, so you already know, bro. It's options. Let's just be real.
Where are the options?
For a man.
We're both in Atlanta. There's no females
here. For a
here.
man, though, it's an abundance of females in the A. Let's be real.
What area do you live in?
I live downtown. I'm everywhere, and it's options. But the problem with that options, like we're in a microwave society now. So it's like you know, like you said, we'll date this one, you know, wherever it goes, a month, 2 months, 3 months, and then on to the next. Like we just keep going. It's like a revolving door. That is a bad thing about dating, I will say. You know, finding somebody that you actually mesh with and vibe with.
I think that is. I feel like that's like the hardest thing is like just finding somebody that like gets you and is like on the same level as you, and you guys are like you were saying about, you know, people that you dated, they turned up being your best friend. Like that's ideal for me. Like I want to date somebody who is my best friend first, and then everything else will come after. And that I think that's really hard. It's hard.
Because it's like it sets the foundation, because every day you're not going to want to have sex with the person, every day you want to be in this person's face, but you make memories and it's like, you know, this person has your back, and you actually like being around them, or like breathing in the same space, you know, because I've been lived together before, and it's a lot. It takes a lot of compromise to live with somebody else, you know.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's tough.
Y'all see I'm quiet as hell.
Right.
Yeah, I'm wondering. I need some backup, bro. I need some backup.
You're like the dating pro.
You think I'm the dating pro, Jess? I feel like I'm the opposite.
I feel like you're like you're very professional and like business savvy when you come to dating. Like you're like,
no, I don't do it.
Hey.
That's like my secret. My key is I don't do the shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I actually.
You're like very honest with people.
Yeah. With that,
which is the key. Can we say that if we all just are honest with people?
Yeah. So
you just tell people
like,
your intentions. It would be. Sorry, keep going.
Nah, intentional. Being intentional is very big, man. I think that's the biggest. But I think with dating, with me, I'm trying to learn how to do this shit, but at the same time, it's like how I'm not finna use dating to get to know people. So what I mean by that, I'm not finna meet you out and be like, oh shit, well, let's go on a date. Like, no, like we finna I don't care. We finna text. I'm finna see if you gonna text me back and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? We gonna see food. And maybe from that maybe from a couple conversations and whatever, and I'm like, hey, let's go on a date. But I feel like we can fill each other out in a ways that's not dating. So, if not, we can just be friends and be cool. You know what I'm saying? I think kind of the lifestyle I live, when people come around me and they see the people I'm with and how I'm hanging out, I think they make a decision from that. Like, well, honestly, I can just turn up with this nigga as opposed to dating him per se. You know what I'm saying? So I got a weird theory with dating. I probably by far went on the least number of dates out of all three of you guys. I'm gonna be real. Like, I am not.
What do you consider a date, though?
Going out, take one-on-one, taking them. I don't care what y'all do. Long as it's one-on-one, I don't care. Going to get something to eat. Y'all going to the game together, do whatever. Like, and it's intentional of going somewhere with it. I think that's a date. If you notice, I'm always in a group setting. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you just notice, I'm never one-on-one. Like, go ahead, Ciara.
I have a different thing of dating. So my thing is, I consider outings. Like, if I'm just like, say we meet each other, we FaceTime, do a little text, I actually text you back. I suck at that. I will say I would own my ownership in that. I suck at texting. I'm more of an in-person type of feel with people. So it's hard to kind of like grasp me in. But I would say like, hey, we want to go on an outing. It's like me getting to know you. I feel like dates is when it's intentional, where we're actually putting our effort in. I'm getting dolled up. I'm like, where we going? It's like, I'm excited. That type of thing. So I think that's the difference to me.
Hey, I always
right there. That's exactly it.
Yeah,
If I count it and you don't, we beefing. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I always invite them out like to the section. I get a feel for how you act in public. Like,
not the
like
sex.
come out to the section. Let me see how you vibe. Let me see what's going on. You know what I mean? How you handle yourself. And then, okay, we'll see about a one-on-one date.
There we go. I'm with you, man. I'm happy I invited you for this episode. See, I knew to pick you. No offense, Zay. We're going to save you for another episode. But I knew to pick you for this one. So, just to help everybody, Big Bro got his own podcast. Ciara got her own podcast as well. So, so.
Mine is Ciara. Check me out. My second season is coming up. So if y'all want to be on, DM your girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Points Podcast, shout out to my boy Big Play, my other host, and Yay, the other host. So, Points Podcast, y'all check us out.
So
it's just me over here.
I have a question. Let's get back to you down here. Talking about it's plenty ample amount of women. What type of you dating in Atlanta? That's their first date is going to the club.
First of all, are you from Atlanta?
Well, I'm from Macon originally. It's like 45 minutes south of Atlanta, but I've been up here 20 years. I went to Georgia State, so pretty much from it. Pretty much.
Yeah, you got 20.
What high school you go to?
Over 10.
Yeah. Say what now?
What high school did you go to?
In Macon, Northeast.
Okay.
You my social? You're my social too, or what?
Let me know your blood type. What's your driver's license number?
Hey,
I'm trying to
see
because you're saying that there's an abundance of people, and I really only hear that.
It's abundance of women.
I'm sorry that you're saying that because I really only hear that from guys who aren't from Atlanta. Like niggas will come out here and they'll be like, "Oh my God, there's so many bitches," and it's like, what, And girls do the same thing. They're like, "There's so many guys." I'm like, they're gay.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to understand.
Well, I didn't want to get into that, but I was gonna say that if you're a heterosexual man, though, it's like
have no problem with the gays.
It's plentiful. Yeah, it's plentiful.
Yeah.
TV, we support all.
Right. Facts.
Absolutely. I love gays. Gays love me.
So, hey, y'all, we finna spin this wheel so we can figure out what we finna talk about first.
Let's get it.
My bad. I'll be all in the way all the time and shit. And it is no idea what sound effect comes on with this. Dating with kids, guys. We got dating with kids. First topic, baby. First topic.
You want me to go?
Okay.
Wait, who has kids?
Yeah, who does have kids? You got y'all too?
Yeah, I got a beautiful 7-year-old daughter.
2 verse 2. It's perfect. All right, so we got both perspectives. Actually, we got every perspective. All right, so the first we're gonna go around. Would you date someone with a child?
Yeah.
I don't think I hold it against her.
I don't think I hold it. I there's a number for me.
Yeah.
There's definitely a number. I'm a single mom. My son is 7. I've dated guys that had one, but I've almost dated a guy who had 3, and that was why we couldn't date, because I can't, like, there's just a number for me, that because it's like I know I want to have more kids, and 3 + 1 and another, that's 5. So it's just like it's just a lot. Now if you have 1, I feel like 1 is a good number, you know, like we can work on that, but there's definitely like a number.
So is that financially based or what? Or is that just a number that you just don't want it?
It's not that I don't want it.
Yeah.
It's not even financial. Like I feel like I'm never gonna put myself in a situation that I can't take care of me and mine. So like I feel like if I get in a relationship with somebody else, I want to be able to take care of all of us if that, you know, if the situation arises, and I can't take care of 3 other kids that, you know, like I can't, I in my head, that doesn't make sense to me.
Somebody said New York is the worst place for dating.
Come to Atlanta.
Here we go. Ciara, what about you?
My opinion on dating people with kids, like I said, I'm 31, so, and I date guys that's my age, maybe a little bit older. I don't see myself ever dating like a 21, 22-year-old or something. So being realistic, most people have kids. I don't have any, but that was a choice that I wanted for myself because I didn't want kids before 30. But I used to say when I was like 24, 25, like it was like my brink of like, I'm not dating no man with no kids at all because I'm too young to be taking care of somebody else's kids. And I've seen a lot of baby mama drama. And so that would really turn me off, and I don't do drama. But my last relationship, he had a daughter, and she was, when I met her, she was 13. The relationship was very good. So it changed my whole complete mindset about dating a man with kids because he was a great dad. I love her still to this day, to death. And so it really, like, it opened my mind up to that because I love kids. I like the messiness that can't come behind it. And my big thing too is a deal breaker with me is if you have kids and you don't take care of your kids, I would.
You gotta take care of your kids.
I will. You have to.
You gotta
if
take
you're on child support but don't get to see them.
I don't care about child support. You spend time with your child. I'm not talking to you. You would rather spend more time with me than your child.
No.
Your priority.
But that's also like a characteristic of that person. Like when you're getting to know them, like if somebody off the bat tells me they have a kid, like that kind of defines the relationship a little bit more because I need to know how you act as a parent, you know, like are you present? Are you financially responsible? Are you doing what you're supposed to be doing? Because at the end of the day, if you get with that person and y'all have a kid, they're going to treat you the same way. So you have to be, I feel, being mindful, of the other person and how they parent. I think I've leaned away from a lot of guys who didn't have kids, which is kind of weird because I've met a lot of good men who are really good dads, and that to me was like super attractive, to you're doing something, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. I think I get that a lot of times from guys too when they're like, I like the fact that you're a mom, you have your shit together, 65%. But it's just, I think it takes you to another level of kind of what you're looking for in somebody when you become a parent yourself, and especially trying to date, because it's hard to date it's hard to be somebody who has kids that's trying to date. So it's like you kind of have to be nice to people.
That's right. I'm not so much concerned. I am concerned about the number of kids, but I care about how many baby daddies you got. Like that's what I care about. Like I don't want to deal with 4, 5 baby daddies. Like that's too much for me. Like I just want to deal with, like, if you got 2, 2 baby daddies or whatever. But my max probably be like maybe 3 kids, I'd say.
3.
I would take somebody serious. I mean, I'm older. I'm probably a little older than y'all, so I gotta be realistic.
Here we go.
But then it's also how old the kids are. I guess I'll backtrack.
Right,
the kids are like about to get out of the house.
Some are grown. Yeah. So that's the thing.
You're in. Yeah. I usually date older guys anyway, so if they do, their kids are grown and like out the door. I'm talking about niggas that got 3 under 3. Like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Stare
still.
Certain age.
Yeah.
If you're under 2, oh no, because
like if it's under 4,
a lot of stuff
not right.
Y'all haven't even figured out how to co-parent yet, so I'm not with it.
So, I'm a fan. Anything? Nah, if they too old. Like me and your child can drink, then we shouldn't be talking. Like I ain't with that, man. Also, if your child can
It's
drive,
those women in child that keep coming after you, the older ones.
if your child can drive, I would prefer no. But I mean, maybe that would be cool.
Hey man, hey Brad, you gotta get a Cougars a chance, man. You missing
Man,
out.
no.
He's
Hey,
the host at
honestly though,
Chow. He's the host
I
at
can
Chow.
I can say honestly, I've talked to women with kids, but I've never made it to meeting their kids ever. So
That's
it's like
also
I don't know, does that count as if I've dated women with kids? You know what I'm saying? Because it wouldn't matter if they under 5, he's still taking a dive in that coochie.
who said that?
You're under 5, we taking a dive. Yo.
Yeah, wow.
Look at that 6. Look at that 6.
People are very protective and they don't let everybody meet their child. Some women let just anybody meet their kids, but a lot of women that they don't let people babysit their kids like that, and they don't let people like men around their kids unless they know it's gonna be something serious, because you don't want
That's
to
how it should be.
meet and a lot of people getting attached because the kids are affected by stuff like that.
Right.
Yep. And that's
And
what
you
I
Right. If we just date, you're not me, my daughter. We just dating.
No.
It's not a relationship. So
No. If there's not some purpose to what we're doing, you can't meet. No. And people who do that shit doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you let people in and out of your kids' lives. Like, figure out your shit first before you enter them in the situation.
right.
So if
But
we
that's
go
a whole nother topic.
what you guys were talking about and the kid is older, does it matter as much though?
I think if Mason was like 16 or 17, no.
Like,
I mean, he's a grown ass man at that point. So like, right, he's probably got a girlfriend or two at that point. So no, it's just like at the younger stages, it's a very important stage in their lives where consistency is very much key, and scheduling and order and all of those things. And I feel like when you are a single parent, it is difficult to try to figure out when to kind of put those two together, like when is the right time. Because I've been in a relationship like that where I was with somebody for, we were together for 3 years, we were engaged, and he was in Mason's life for 3 years, and we broke up. And that was, it was more hard on me because of how it affected him, because to him that was his dad, and he loved him, and they loved each other, and they had a bond. So it was, I was like, I'm going to be more diligent about my time and stuff of, letting him meet people. But that will break your heart more. If that doesn't break your heart more to make like you have to have shit in a row before you do that. I don't know. And especially you have a daughter, so I can, women are, I'm not saying that boys are less. Raising a boy is like the easiest thing in the world to me. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do if I have a girl. So I can only imagine. It's rough. I mean, my mom was a single mom. So when she introduced me to my stepdad, I think that was hard for me. So it's different trying to figure out who are you and why are you around my dad all the time? Like, where's my mom?
I agree with you're saying, because with my last relationship, we was together for almost 3 years, and he would have her every other weekend or whenever she wanted to come. And mind you, she was 13, so she was very aware of everything. Like, and we was extremely close. And I'm thankful that the co-parenting was good, and I'm thankful that me and her actually liked each other. Like, we got along extremely well. Like, we talked outside of me and him, and even when me and him broke up, I stuff for her birthday just because, like you said, kids do get attached. Like she. Like me better, she like the mama, but
and see, that's another thing you got to deal with. That's another thing you got to deal with as the person on the other side, like the relationship that you two have and how that's going to affect her relationship with her mom. Like there's so many parts to it when you have kids. There's so many avenues, and it takes somebody very special and like just a good person to understand how to handle those things, because not everybody can do that.
Yeah. And then too,
they're big. Like, I respected the mom. You have to have boundaries. Like, that's not my child. I would love and protect her like she was, but I don't do discipline. I'm not talking to nobody crazy. Like, you can always come and confide in me or something, but I always tell her if it's something that goes against something as your parents, and like, I'm telling them, because we ain't friends. like that, you know. So I definitely agree with you saying you have to have boundaries. And I feel like more people, men and women, set those boundaries, it wouldn't be as toxic half of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then too, as like a parent, especially being a father, it's like, you know, like that's my number one priority. Like we're talking about dating, not marriage. So dating.
Right.
So like I'm gonna protect my daughter always first.
Always.
Like that's what comes first. Like, and I've had trouble with dating with women understanding that. Like, why haven't I met your daughter yet? Or what's going on? Like, well, this is why. Because this is my number one priority. Like until I get married, this is my number one priority. Her safety, all that good stuff. Like I don't know who you are. I don't know what we're doing yet. You know what I mean? I gotta see you still got your PR rep representing right now. I don't know the real you yet. So that's what we on, like for real.
Yo, my homie, first off, Dion said something, and we're gonna go to the next topic. People hate to be alone. Social media plays a big part. Be patient, chill, just enjoy life. My homie J Mark said, me and your son at the age where we can tussle, then it's a no for me. He damn near grown. Yeah. I'm with you there, man. So as we move on to the next topic, Shakira, I guess the race is on, man. I think you should have your child before me, you know, but hey,
I think it's gonna be with God's timing and with the right man, aka my husband. Don't play with me.
Exactly.
If guys want to like me because I'm great with kids and I'm stable, I'm responsible, I'm nurturing, I'm caring, but I'm not. You ain't just about to lock me down like that to be your baby mama. I'm like, and my thing is too, and I would say just more of like a scared thing as well. It's like, what if it is my child and then we don't end up together? The world is so crazy. A lot of people coming out with all these molestations, people putting their hands on these people, kids and stuff. So it's like for me to be able to trust you and I have an obligation to let you see your child, who are you bringing around my child? And so I guess it might be a control issue because I'm very protective. And so the leniency is that like I need to make sure that me and the person that I'm with, this is kind of in a direction where I feel as though I can trust you in those type of scenarios. So, but yeah, Braxton, I don't know. I guess we're gonna both gun for it. We're around the same age. We'll see.
You've acknowledged me and you being around the same age, and
I know my little son, so let's keep it.
Happy doing that, man. So we spent the wheel. I know you guys can't see it, but we got the Russell Wilson Ciara thing. I know Jess texted me early this morning, but I was like, I can just explain it on the show. I'm taking another shot, by the way, too. So I'm not forcing. You do your own pace, you know what I'm saying? I'm just letting niggas know I'm taking a shot, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like everybody on here is going to be so pissed at me because I'm not drinking that fast.
Man, do you?
Because you know how much I drink.
Girl, I got some wine. Don't be, I'm going to take my little sip and keep it moving.
There you go, about to say, man.
I got drunk last night and I'm still like not okay. And then I have to be in New Orleans tomorrow to work.
Well, you know, the best way to get over hangovers is to keep drinking. You already know that.
You're right.
Woo. All right, so what happened was it's a podcast I love called Pivot Podcast. Shout out to them. They were discussing what was it? They were discussing basically the Russell Wilson and Ciara scenario. Sorry, y'all. I'm under the weather a little bit. But basically saying that if Russ didn't have the money, would he still have bagged Ciara, you know? And of course, you know, I'm not going to, I feel like we should discuss that as opposed to the name calling. The square shit, I think that's just lame. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. As we get older, I don't care if a nigga's a square. I don't care if he's cool, whatever. That shit really don't matter no more. I mean, situations is what it is. But the conversation we can have, would he have bagged Ciara without the money? I'll go first. I say hell no. All right, now let's go to Jess.
Would he have bagged her? I mean, I'm gonna say yes. I mean, I don't think that. I mean, I know she was with Future, but like, I feel like Ciara had her. I feel like Ciara had her own. I feel like she was established with herself, and I think any person that is in a toxic ass relationship and finds someone that is not toxic and treats them the way they want, I feel like money at that point is not really.
Oh,
I'm
man.
just saying, like, I'm a whole.
Don't let this go on Shot TV, bro. Don't let this go down.
I'm over here just looking. I'm like,
I know.
I see. I'm looking at comments and everything. Comments, some of them like yes. I'm like,
I'm trying to take it outside of the money.
All right.
If she was like any other bitch, like,
would you date Russell Wilson without money? Would you date Russell Wilson just without money? Yeah.
No, because I'm not attracted to him.
All right. So I think right now
I feel like I have to be attracted to you. Like, money's great and all, but I still want to have great sex at the end of the day. So I feel like.
You don't feel like he gives great sex? Or
I don't know.
You might blow your back
I
out.
personally think Russell Wilson's gay. I think he's gay.
Hey, so I'm just, Jess, you really money
I
is going
I
up.
have my own thoughts on that situation.
But I'm just saying, like, if those are your thoughts, like, you know what I'm saying, you kind of helping the topic of money. Big bro, what's your thoughts?
Bro, you already know. Hell no.
Exactly.
Like,
All right, let me go.
Like anything
can you help me?
before,
Help me.
ever.
Yes, because it seemed more about ability. Yes, she can. Let's before you go, Ciara.
Mm-hmm.
Famous people don't have to date famous people. All right, I just want everybody to know this. Like, you don't have to go date another famous person. So I don't want people to get this scenario of when you're famous, you're just locked in a room with other famous people, and you got to go look at what Megan Good did, even though it didn't really work. You know what I'm saying? But still, it doesn't have to be like that. You know what I'm saying? So exactly. So Ciara, go ahead and say your piece. What you voting? Would she have dated Russ without the money?
Okay, I definitely feel as though she would. And I would say this, like, I say this depends on where she's at in her life, because dating Future hurt her. And I go with my own experience. Like, you know, I've dated an NFL player. I dated somebody else, and like they was very high caliber men, like financially, like 6-7 figures and stuff. And with my relationship, besides my last one, it was a lot of things in the end that hurt me. So sometimes you just kind of want something different, and just somebody to do, like, not just spoil you financially, but actually put that love, that care, that romantic things in there. Because, you know, Bryce, we work together. You would see, like, my boyfriend, he would bring me flowers, you know, have flowers delivered, come up there, bring me flowers, take me out to lunch and stuff. That's what I needed in my time frame in my life. But I don't take credit from, like, the chapters that I was before that, because I know she enjoyed being with Future. You know, you enjoy whatever you're with. So it's like everybody has different chapters in their life. And, like, if that's where she's at now with him, he loves her. You know, she wanted kids. She wanted to be married. Like, she talks about things like that. And I really felt like he helped heal her. So.
Hey, bro.
Go ahead, big bro.
Cap. It's been a nigga in their lives plenty of times doing all that shit. Flowers, all the sweet text, poems, all
You
that
don't know
shit.
what Ciara had.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
I'm talking about y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all just equate him to Russell Wilson, but it's been a guy like a Russell Wilson in y'all past that y'all ain't gave a chance to. We're going to keep it real tonight now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I get that to a certain, but you have to put the effort in. You can't just do a him in a phone call. You got to put that pressure. Because if a lot of women like, she's beautiful, I'm beautiful. So you already know people in our DMs, people will be outside at the gas station, just anywhere and everywhere. So it's like you had to put that pressure. And not like just calling and blowing my phone up. You got to put something like a little different. Like, okay, I see you. If you're not doing that, you probably going to get kicked to the curb.
So what do you think? Let's just play imaginary. What do you think Russell Wilson did that showed her, you know, like, wow, this guy is different? And how could he wow her? Because on the outside, I think we all agree he's different. You know what I'm saying? As far as
he's different, but I feel like people do
thought he was gay, so you can't.
Me thinking he's gay is a whole different scenario. Okay, I think he's gay. Whatever, but and that's fine if he is. I don't care. But but I'm saying, but like she was saying, like, we all have different seasons in our life of how people have treated us. I've been in really shitty relationships. I've been in relationships where people have treated me really good. There's different points in your life where you need different things. Ciara, she was going through her hot girl summer phase. I would have fucked Future too. I would have done all the same shit.
Whoa. It wasn't just her and Future wasn't just a fuck. Now let's get that clear.
I understand that I understand that, but what I'm saying, to Future, that was just a fuck. He got 18 baby mamas.
No. You know what? And let's have this conversation. I was gonna bring this up with the kids. But Summer Walker made a song called Fourth Baby Mama. Y'all gotta stop listening to her, cause it's dumb, right?
Oh,
if
we know
3 baby mamas, and then you get mad, you become the 4th baby mama, and he treats you like the other 3 baby mamas, That's on
Right.
your dog. Like
That's
we
absolutely
your ass.
right. And that's back
That's
to
on
what I
your
was
ass.
saying earlier of how you have to understand the type of person that you're with and how they treat how they treat people.
and they were engaged.
Women get pregnant by these men, and then they go on social media and they get fucking mad when a month down the road that nigga treats you the same way, just like the baby and whatever that girl's name is. You knew that nigga wasn't shit when you got pregnant with him.
Mm-hmm.
That's nobody's fault how he embarrassed you online. Nobody feels bad for you. Like,
Agreed.
yes, was he being disrespectful? Yes, his mama needs to do better. But like that, you knew how he was from the jump. You saw how he treated the other women. You saw how he probably treated you. You just ignored that shit because there was a lot of money in your face, and you get pregnant. But at the same time, what I'm saying is, going through a phase in her life where she was having fun and she loved him, I'm sure. And she was fed up with it. Do you not agree? You get to a point where you're fed up with it. You fed up with that shit and you're tired of doing the same damn thing over and over.
Yeah,
and she found somebody who would buy her fucking flowers and take her to the do whatever romantic shit she was looking for. He gave
in whatever.
Hmm?
You say he would basically buy what you say him the right thing, buy, spend.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying showing somebody how you feel about them. It doesn't mean you have to spend money on them. Like, it's just how somebody makes you feel. Shut the fuck up, because you know that you know who I am, and I'm.
We're talking Ciara though. We're talking about Ciara and Russell.
That's what I'm saying. She went through a fucking shitty time in her life with a nigga that treated her like shit. And she found somebody who didn't treat her like shit.
But what both niggas got in common? Let's just be honest. What do both niggas got in common? The only thing these niggas might have in common:
money.
That's all.
But they're all celebrities, so this doesn't even this.
But that's what we're saying, though. We're saying like Russ without the money.
So what is money? What do you consider money? Because Russell has a lot of money that none of us have. So it's like, what do you consider has to be money? Because I think what money is different. What a lot of people think is money. So what do you think is money for a person? If
you could take the same kind of money Future has and get you a nigga who is absolutely the opposite of Future, but he's got the same kind of money, would that be something you're interested in? And that's what we're saying. So we're
what
saying,
if I got my own money?
Without money, that he wouldn't be even able to be with. You know what I'm saying? Like Future the type of niggas like Future. Without money, I hate to say it, he's still gonna pull shorties. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a certain, swagger, way whoop-de-whoop. Russell without the money, that's a whole different ball game. You know what I'm saying? He probably marry a white woman if we all be in a
he did, and he did.
You know what I'm saying? Like he did.
Yeah.
I want to say this. I know both of y'all personally. I've never seen no Russell Wilson in y'all niggas like, and I mean Russell Wilson where it's like, hey, you really like him? You know what I'm saying?
I try to call him out. They try to gaslight.
Like where it's just like,
I'm gonna put it out there though.
I'm trying to protect black women. That's what I'm trying to do.
We believe in that.
That's what I'm trying to do, because
you
don't know what people go through.
Women.
You really don't know what people go through, and it's like it may be that person that you never know that's going to change your life and make you happy. You don't know. So whether the nigga got money or he's weird or he's gay, if he makes her happy.
You believe that in your soul too. Like you believe
I do.
You're trying to convince
I really do.
It was real hard. It was real hard for her to argue this topic. It was real hard for her to argue this topic. Like she's just, it was very.
I would say with Ciara, I say realistic. I'm a very realistic person. I don't think that she would be with somebody that made like $40,000 a year. But if he made like 160, if he maybe made like 1 mil, 2 mil, and I only say that because she's used to a lifestyle she's had since she was like 16, and so she wants somebody to keep up with her, and she doesn't want somebody where she has to foot the bill for everything. Because I know I'm not. And we're too old for that. Like,
but that's how it is in our dating life. Like that, I feel like that. You're right. That's how it is for all of us. Like, I'm not gonna dumb myself down to a different caliber of a man for anybody. Like, you could be the greatest person in the world, but if you're not taking care of what you're supposed to be taking care of, we can't be together. We can fuck. That's. I mean, I can give you that. We can have that talk, because to me, that's completely separate. Fucking and how I feel about you, those are two different things. So we could fuck all day and you ain't got no money, but there's nothing going there. Nothing's going there. You can have good dick and not have no money. We've all been with niggas like that. Come on.
I can't. I like, my thing is, if you're like just broke and if you have like the lazy factor, it's the biggest turn off.
I don't mean broke niggas. You know what I mean? Like, you're used to dating a certain standard of guys that make a certain amount of money. So am I. So niggas that are not, like, they all got jobs. Like, they're all working, but they're not like three, 4, 5 figure niggas. You know what I mean? So you're just a regular nigga making.
Yo, man. I just want to put this out here. Somebody's looking for their broke Russell Wilson.
Is it you?
Right. And that's easy.
Tag him below. Tag him below for him.
Broke Russell Wilson guy. That's kind of to describe who I am. That I think that's what I am. Why would she be around people, man? D said something, and he said if she was living with that money, she has her own money prior. Why would that matter? I think Ciara kind of what you said. I mean, if the niggas giving a certain amount, then why'd you go about that? I think we killed that topic. I'm taking a shot. Please, like I said, you don't got to do when I drink. But, yeah, everybody keeps saying shots. I think when Jess started saying the F word, that's when everybody's, oh, shit, take a shot.
Sorry.
No, you can cuss. I just tried not to.
I know, I'm grown. I don't need to.
Oh, shit.
Can we talk about sex and stuff? Like, I thought that's why you invited me.
Oh, shit. Oh, that escalated.
Well,
I thought we were going to get more raunchier topics.
We can get there. Let's do another spin. Oh, shit. Everybody, you got to wait till the shots start kicking in. That's when everybody's like, oh, shit, we know I was fucking this person.
So I get loose.
Yeah, man. You got to, and go straight into it, man.
You said you want to, are we calling out names? Is that what we're doing?
No liquor. I always talk.
Thank you.
I
don't need the alcohol.
To say, don't judge me, judge your mama, okay?
Got TV late. All right, we doing the financial joint. So I asked a question, and it's perfect segue. I asked, does savings matter? You know what I'm saying? So I said, when you're dating someone, does their savings matter? I'm going to say hell no. I feel like savings doesn't matter until you and the person get to a certain point. Then that's something you guys, but in my beliefs, I think all of us around here, as long as the other person is providing whatever you ask for or doing whatever you want them to do, I don't think the savings necessarily matter. I want to start with Big Brother this time. So go ahead, brother.
Oh, yeah. Let me go ahead and disagree, bro. Because I don't want to get so far down the line, I realize that you financially irresponsible. Like, I need to know that. Like, I need to know, like, you're on the same page I'm on, like, for real, bro. I can't do it.
Wait to discuss, like, savings and shit.
I mean, if we're just dating, like, we're getting to see if we're going to take it to the next level, if we're going to be exclusive. So before we get to that point of being exclusive, I always have to talk about finances. Like, like money, like what you make, like how much I make, what we do, like our goals, what we're trying to do. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the topics when I'm dating that I address
do you
with.
Believe that could be taught though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you believe that's something that you can
It can be taught. It can be taught, but at the same time, you got to think about it just like religion. You've been trained to be Christianity your whole life. So just to go far left, if somebody's had bad spending habits or they're not responsible financially for so long, I'm not saying they can't be corrected or they can't be taught, but they got to want to learn and they got to really put forth the effort. Because that shit hard just to cut it off if somebody that's not used to saving or, doing things a certain way, I think.
Yeah, and let me tell you something that I believe too, family. And I know we got two beautiful ladies that can help us with this. How many niggas talk to a shorty about that? You know what I'm saying? Like about, hey, sweetheart, you a little financially irresponsible.
Sweetheart.
Here, you know what I'm saying? Like,
what the fuck are you?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you even have that conversation? Like, when does somebody feel comfortable? Like, yo, like, all right, I'm Fashion Nova, orders adding up. Kind of, you feel me?
So, like, when you first meet somebody, I think you need to have certain conversations, but I'm a private person until I actually really know you. I grew up in a family where we don't tell everybody our business. Like, I'm good over here. I don't know where you're at because people lie, and so it's like, you just know coming off the bat, you just don't know how people are comfortable with telling about what they have saved. You might have 300,000 saved and tell me you got 3,000, or you might judge me because you got 3,000 and I might got 2 in my savings. So it's like you have to kind of get to know the person and feel comfortable with the person to actually have those type of conversations. Like now when you're in a full relationship, like, hey, we're thinking about like having a family, moving in together. We're like, you know, building a real future and it's solid. Then I think the conversations, because in life, you're going to look and see how somebody really is, how they are financially and different things, and how occupy their life and stuff. So it's like, that's observable. But you just coming off the bat and trying to look at my statements and all my information, that's weird to me.
If you lie early in the dating game, I'm lying early in the dating game. That's a red flag. That means you're a liar.
Okay, so I have a question for y'all. Say if we had this conversation, right? Like, hey, I have like this credit score, boom, I'm at the top. I have 50, 60,000 saved. What do you have? Would y'all be open to have that conversation? If you had, would you have less there? Like you have 1,000 in there, would you have that conversation?
Yeah, and I would propose.
Yeah.
Like, well, fuck dating. Like, hell, you got 60,000.
You stupid.
God sent me here for a reason. You know, you wanted to tell me that information, and hallelujah. So,
but I don't ask guys stuff like that because I don't know. I think it's kind of a sensitive thing because I feel as though I watch how you move. I know what you have going on, so I can kind of get an estimate of what you kind of have going on in your life. So I don't ask that in the very beginning.
Any woman who has over 20,000 in the bank, I mean, I say 20. Any 30,000, well, I guess 20. If you got over 20,000 in the bank and you cook and clean, I mean, I don't really know what I need to, you know what I'm saying? Like, what else do I necessarily look for in a woman, I guess, you know, but hey, go, Jess.
Play too. I think kids come into play too. I know y'all two down there can talk about it as well, because if you have a kid, more than one kid, that's something that's financially that you're taking care of. And like I said, I don't date deadbeats, so it's like I know that's a factor that is played into it. You know, if you pay child support and then still do something on top of your kids, that's something that comes out of your budget, and you might have certain things saved because you have other priorities, as opposed to some people that are single and living their life type of thing. So I think it's a difference.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think having I think we're all at around the same age. So our conversation topics and our needs are different than what they were 5 years ago, you know, when we were in our early 20s. So when I was 22, I didn't give a fuck about how much a nigga had in his bank account. I wanted to party, you know, like, can you afford a bottle? Like, what do we do? You know, stuff like that. So, but now, of course, I have to have that conversation with people because there's things that I know I want to do and I know I can do them for myself. But if I'm getting in a relationship with someone, I want to make sure that if I don't got it, you got it. You got us, just like vice versa. So I definitely think it's a partnership and being that, like, having that full transparency on pretty much everything. I mean, every aspect of a relationship requires communication and transparency.
Yes. Question for you too. Is it better for a nigga to tell you guys no, but really have the money, or a nigga who keeps giving you guys what you want, but he is living check to check and, you know what I'm saying, doesn't have that savings grind yet?
What are you asking me?
I think what she said is you're like transparent. No, like, don't
lie to me. He got 10,000, 10, 15, let's just say 15, 20,000 in the bank, but he tells you no about a lot of stuff. He's like, yo, I'm saving. Or would you rather?
Let me stop you right there because I'm never asking a nigga for nothing.
No, I'm saying
I'm saying me. I can't relate to that.
No, we talking about spending. So, like, for example,
like if there's stuff that I need or whatever.
For example, like Ciara, we were just talking about Ciara's boyfriend. Like, a lot of stuff he did.
I'm single. Don't put that on. Boy, I've been single over 2 years. Don't put that on. Behind that back.
I apologize.
Claim your man, girl.
Girl, I am a man. I am single. Okay, out in the
DMs are
Let's slide a DM.
DMs are open. I apologize. So I'm saying he does less of the tangible items as far as that, like the little, like, you know, stuff like that, because he's very strict with money and he's saving, as opposed to somebody who is just gonna get you like everything, like, you know what I'm saying, buy you a purse, buy you this, buy you that, but they're not saving like that, you know. But
I think that goes in hand with learning how that person is. Like, if like you were saying, if you watch how somebody moves and you see you spending all this money, like, you know when somebody got money and when they don't got it, and how they move. So I think as an adult, that's just that's something that you have to look for in the person that you're dating. Let me meet a man that's buying me all kinds of shit, ain't got no money. I don't think like who don't got it. Like I don't. To me, that's.
I don't know. Okay, I would say this too.
I don't know. I'm like,
let me say this.
I'm ready to jump in, bro. I'm ready to jump in, bro. I'm ready.
Bryson, let me say this first. Let me put this disclaimer out here. Bryson, let me put this disclaimer out here because the way that my life and her life probably is not the same as everybody's life. And so we're taking our opinions off of our lives, not of other people's lives and things that we experience, because I look around, I'm like, Lord, I bless you. I'm thankful, but it's like our life isn't the same as other females' lives. So it's like what they might require or what they've experienced might be different than what we've already experienced and what we've seen. So I'm just going to put that one out there too as well. So it's like with the men that do have money that are high caliber men, that's what we're probably used to. And so we know who's faking it and who's not. And it's like, my thing is, I'm very independent. I worked today. I turned 16. So I have my table, and I want you to add on to my table because I'm not doing the Build-A-Bears and stuff again. So what you're doing is like, I do like to take vacations and you pay for the whole thing. I've had a lot of bags, different things, but that's in long-term relationships. But if you're going and buying yourself these type of things and I'm your lady, you should buy me those too. Because I hold my end. I hold my end as a woman in my relationship on all levels. So it's like, I deserve to be spoiled. I deserve to be spoiled. And that's what I am.
Thank you.
So,
Bryce, you know that.
So the question is this: the guy has $20,000 in the bank. You're going on vacation. He says, "No, you gotta pay for yourself." Are y'all done? Or
no, I'm not on vacation. I'm paying for myself. You better save that money up. You better save that money up, honey. If you gotta
not paying for.
No, I said he's got the money. He's telling you, no, we're not. I'm not spending another 15 on you.
I don't date those men.
Yeah,
so
that's not happening. If we're talking about going on vacation,
kind of the question.
You're paying for the vacation.
Yeah.
So both of you guys are telling me basically, if the nigga got money and he's not spending it on you guys, it's over.
If I'm fucking you,
that's my whole boyfriend
or
dating. That's my whole boyfriend. Boy, bye.
I mean, the dating process, he gonna show you how he gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and guys go out their way. I said my experiences are different than some other people's experiences, and so people go out of the way because it's a lot of guys that's lined up trying to talk to me, so they're trying to one up the next one. So that's why I said mine might be different than other women's experiences.
Yeah, and to me and Dom's experience, since y'all want to talk like that, me and Dom's experience is women who like us. All right, don't put it out there like women who like us. Therefore. We might like women who, you know what I'm saying? We might not get paid for the whole vacation. Dom can.
Yeah, it might be. It might.
You know, Dom can.
But Bryson, you can. You want to be cheap half of the time. You want women to
but if you find that right person, if you find the right woman that makes you feel some type of way, you're gonna do shit out of pocket that you don't normally do. I mean,
so let me ask y'all something. I gotta ask this, bro. So, would y'all pay for the vacation?
Me? Oh, you talking about me? Oh, I spoil my man every single birthday, sentimental things. And all my friends call me to ask me about different ideas. I treat my man like a king. And that's why I say I deserve to be spoiled, because I spoil my man.
It's reciprocation. It's the energy.
I'll pay for the vacation. Or no.
I might not make as much money as the person I might be dating. So it's like for us to go on a vacation, nothing to you. Yeah, let's do that. But if you are in a financial situation, not a financial situation, like, hey, we can maybe go on one vacation around this time. Okay, let's plan it ahead. Save the coins up, doing paychecks, and it will go. Just make sure you can pay for the whole thing. Payment plan. Flexible, possibly, if I love you.
If I feel like if I do that, and I'm being transparent, we're going on the vacation, we're going to have amazing sex, and after that, I'm coming back, and I'm going back in the dating pool. Like,
that's how you are.
Yeah, because it's like
that's how you are. You probably don't want to. You probably go half on a bill going out to eat somewhere.
No, that nigga, he would be like, we gonna 50-50 on this.
Exactly. That's right.
Guys, let's I've had a girlfriend and she can vouch for, you know what I'm saying, what I paid for it. But a vacation. No. I can say that. I can say, yeah, there we go. D said the answer is no. A lot of people say, I don't want people to normalize, or I don't want, like you guys said, you guys live a different life. I don't want people to think it's normal for niggas to pay for the whole vacation.
I think it is normal for guys.
I think it's normal.
For people who have had,
like, if it's your birthday, or like you just got a promotion, or like something where we're celebrating you, I'ma do for you. Like your birthday, we going all out. Everything's on me.
It's gotta be a special occasion though.
It's
Like,
don't.
hold on. Let me talk.
Let's go to Dom.
Let me talk. Let me say, y'all been talking the whole night. If we're in a partnership, it's okay for me to pay for everything sometime, and sometimes, you know, my shorty, she might come through. Like, that's what a partnership is.
Agreed. But we're talking. You're talking about dating.
It doesn't have to be my birthday. It doesn't have to be a promotion.
You're talking about dating. Like, are we like full?
So
that's what I'm
if
saying.
we're dating, we're getting to know each other, right? It's all about you. I just need to know.
Dating, then I feel like
even if we're dating, yeah.
I feel like if I'm dating somebody and they ask me to go somewhere, I've never been in that situation where they're like, I'm not gonna fly you out. Like, if somebody invites me somewhere, niggas are gonna be like, I got your flight, I got your hotel. I'm used to that stuff. Yeah, I'm not used to having to be like, do you need, how much is it? I'm gonna go half. Like, I don't, like what she's saying, everybody goes through different scenarios. So I can't relate to that, because I've never been in a situation where a man has invited me somewhere and I've had to pay. Like, it was there, that conversation was never brought up. Like, it was like, can you be off on this day? Yes. You know, like,
well, I'm not saying somebody invites you somewhere and you pay. I never said that now. I don't mean
or
that.
When I was in a relationship with somebody.
Or if y'all just going somewhere, like, you know, every woman I've dated, it's always been
if you're planning it, then if you say let's go somewhere, then I like she said, I've never had that scenario where it's like it's looking for me to pay. It's like what dates and stuff that you want to do it. But I would say back to what I said, I pay for things. I pay for different things, but it's like, yeah, I'm not obligated to, but I feel as though you obligated to.
Why are you laughing? Okay.
Because I agree with you. I agree with you. Like, there's a lot of shit that we do as women that takes a lot of stress off of men. If you're doing what your man wants you to do, we buy shit.
I want to hear this. Y'all have to guess. I want to hear this shit.
I'm just saying, there's so many things as women, just as your spouse, that we do to provide men with a great life, and how you treat them depending on that type of person. I'm buying groceries, I'm cooking dinner, I'm cleaning the house, I'm creating a human being inside of my uterus, and I'm pushing that bitch out without you. Like, there's so many levels to that. So I feel like if I'm in a relationship with somebody, that's kind of like that give. Like, if I'm having your baby and you want to go on vacation, you gonna ask me for half the money, I'm kicking you in your esophagus.
I mean, I get the baby thing, but new generation, like, we don't like the cooking shit and cleaning shit clean. But we cook it clean. Like, if we say, I'm sure me and Brad both got our own place. Like, we already either got a maid or clean or cook or whatever. So
okay, but that's a different generation. That generation is dead.
It ain't dead. We're here right now. So I'm trying to tell you,
we're here, but I'm talking about the generation now. Like, this whole new TikTok and bullshit. They don't want to do shit. They don't want to commit. They don't want to take the time to get to know people. Like, they don't know the struggle of getting on MSN Messenger and your fucking internet, somebody calling and you can't be on the internet. Like, they don't know that shit. that face to face stuff. Like, they don't understand that. So it's just like they get instant gratification in this generation. They get, I'm a FaceTime you, I'm a DM you, I'm a pull up in an Uber. We didn't have that fucking shit. It was a struggle. So I feel like our generation is more equipped to wanting to learn that person and get to know them and have some type of stabilization, because the generation behind us had that. Like, you know, our parents, our grandparents did. So absolutely. If you say we're going on a trip, when do I need to take off work? You know, is it your birthday? I'm going to take you out.
Right, I agree.
Do I buy you shit? If I go to the fucking mall and I see something that I know you're gonna like, I'm gonna buy it for you. Like, it's a give or take. Yeah, it's definitely a give or take. But you paying for the fucking trip.
I definitely agree. And then too, like what you said about cooking and cleaning stuff, I would say, like, okay, everybody does it. Guys, like, they're like, a lot of moms are teaching their sons how to do that. That's cool. But I do know, like, I'm just coming off my past, the people I've interacted and talked to, that's not something that they want to do. I date, like, you know, people are very busy. So it's like, I don't want to come home and we got to eat out, or I'm sitting here, I got to cook. I cook very well. I cook extremely well. I'm going to give you an hour-long massage. Like, I'm that one. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a cater.
Talk your shit. Talk your shit.
You be vulnerable around me. And a lot of men don't be vulnerable around women. So it's like, you my best friend. We could go out and do any single type of thing. And so it's like, when most of the guys I date, they want me around. And so it's like,
right.
I'm your plus one. Like how some people for the homies, and you already doing all the stuff for yourself. Shoot,
Right.
Amazing plus one, honey.
Thank you. Literally.
I think what's happening, you know, and what we just trying to shed light on is that, yeah, it might be normal for some people, but I don't want women to think that if the guy didn't fly you out, like he doesn't have interest, or, you know, if the guy didn't do this financially, that there's something there. Because some people aren't going to do that, and you know, they're not going to show affection through that way. And some women, you know, who you know, they might not want that too. I've talked to women before who you know, who don't like when guys kind of do that kind of thing because of whatever they got going too, man. But
it's
I
also
think
transparency. It's transparency.
Yeah.
You're not.
That's what I'm saying.
I
I think
interest in somebody and be like, oh my God, I want to do this, that, and the third, and then say I want to see you. If I want to see a nigga, I'm gonna fly out to see him. Like, if I'm talking to you and you want to see me, you're gonna bring me to you. You know what I mean?
See,
like,
I'm saying this. It's women who are the same women. I've dealt with women like, I want to see you. Well, bet I'm flying to wherever this weekend. Like, like you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not
a vacation. They're just trying to come. That's different. We could all do that. That's different as going to a real vacation with somebody. And what you said too, some women want to do too much. I have guy friends, and some women are way too alpha female. I'm very alpha female when it comes to business, but a lot of alpha men still want to be needed. And it's a lot of women that's out here feeling like they're a whole man and they got to pay and do for everything. And that's not the truth. A lot of men don't want that. You want to be independent, but you still have to be submissive and be like, hey, I need you for a little bit of something.
No,
I like how you smile with it.
I ain't trying to be the king. I'm trying to be the queen.
Thanks.
What you want me to say, bro? What you want me to say?
What you got to say?
What you want me to say, bro? Like, listen, we're in a different time right now. Like, men, we look for effort from women. So it's cool. Like, I'm not saying I'm gonna fly somebody out or whatever and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I've done that for plenty of time. But we still, like, if we're trying to get to know each other, we're vibing. Like, we look for effort from women. Today's man. It's not the 60s, 70s, 80s, whatever. Right now, this generation. I'm not saying y'all don't have guys that do those things and still feel that way. But I know what I experienced, like, remember I told you about the options. It's hella options. So that's why we have those ways of, like, where men can just, like, not say that a woman gonna fly out for me every time, but I do look for a woman to put forth some effort and put some skin in the game. Because otherwise, I'm just putting all the skin in the game. You know, if I lose, I'd have lost out everything.
But do you find it where it's like, if you meet a woman, like if you meet me or one of us, we're both very independent. We have our own shit, care of business, this, that, and the third. Is that intimidating? Because I feel like I feel like
no.
I love it. That's all I do.
In a way though,
I love it.
My question is this:
with your ego, like, is that something that's like, oh, I don't want to be with a bitch that don't need me? Like, would you not want to be with somebody?
How does a woman show independency in today's age? You know what I'm saying? That, I guess that's the question, because it's also like, if a man is doing A, B, C, D, and E, how does the woman step up and say, hold on, I'm independent, nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we're just going off what we're talking about. So, like, how both of you guys are independent women, how do you show another guy that you're dating, like, hold on, I'm independent? Like, how do you even put that imprint on it? You know what I'm saying?
I would say I'm self-sufficient. Like, I've been taking care of myself for a very long time, since I was like 16, 17 years old. I've always been my own backbone. And so I know how to take care of myself. Like, say if I call the person I'm talking to and it's something that he don't have time for or can't do, it's going to get done. And so it's like, my bills are always going to get paid. Like, I grew up taking, like, my family say, God bless the child that's got his own. And that's always been my mentality. Even with my grandparents, they've been married, but they still were independent out the fact that with or without their husband, they passed away or was divorced, they still always had their own, you know? And so that's the way that I was raised. But I wouldn't say, like, I'm screaming, like, INDEP, because I do, like, one of my is gift giving. and acts of service, you know. And so it's like, I do like that too. I still want to be able to count on the man that I'm with, and I still want him to put the effort in, like, hey, you know, let me raise your business credit up even higher. Let me like help you with this, like, shoot, let me go and get your car washed. Let me go, you know, do like little small things. It doesn't have to be a whole like Louis bag or something, but it's just like showing me like you're my man type of stuff. So I'm not that independent. I don't want to be that independent, but sometimes we have to be. But if somebody can alleviate that from my shoulders, I like alpha men. So I'm gonna let a man be a man. Lead me, baby. If you lead me in the right direction.
Yes. Everything you just said. Because it's true.
Yeah.
Everything you
Do
just
you
said.
feel like, Dom, as a man though, that shows you a woman's independent by like self-sufficient?
Hell no, that's just being an
I
adult.
was thinking like, yo, like, I mean, we.
And no, I don't mean
So
to
what do
say
y'all
that, ladies,
what do y'all figure?
Because we're saying this though. This is what we're saying. We're like, if everything we give and the women's take. Not saying this is you guys. The women's take. And from our perspective, that's not gonna be like any whatever you got going. That's not gonna. We're not gonna be able to be in on that to be like, oh, that's self-sufficient. You feel me? Like, you know, that's not gonna be like if I fly you out 5 times. I'm not gonna be like, unless when I fly you out, you do something here that's like, you know, like, you know, I'm like, damn, I didn't think you were gonna do that. Like, maybe that's
what if you was in a different bracket? What if you had like, you know, some millies in your account? Would you feel differently?
But then we're saying if I did, I don't probably need an independent woman.
What would
you feel me? Like, I don't need the self-sufficient woman if I got all that, because you're just gonna do whatever the hell, you know, I got the money, so you're just gonna do whatever the hell I pay for and what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we just being realistic, which kind of had, you know.
Me personally, and I can't speak for any other man. Me personally, I'm straight. And so when I partner with, when I decide like it's gonna be my girl, like we locking in, we exclusive, I partner with Boston. Like I want, like you said, you want him to raise your credit score. I want my woman to help me, like we build together, like we build an empire. That's kind of shit I be on personally. I'm not saying that's everybody, but that's just me.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I feel like too, it's the type of people that you're dating and the type of people that you're around. So everybody's different. You might be staying in the hood, and your circle might be different than you over here having meetings and interacting with different type of people. So it's like everybody's story is different. We're just talking about ours, and the people that I'm around is like the people that I focus to be around. And the guys that I date, I'm a sapiosexual. So I'm gonna teach you something.
Okay, Tootsie.
I love something from a man. I promise you I do. Like, put me on to something that help elevate me. I'm always trying to elevate. So that's a gym within itself. I can, like, with vacations, I work. So I'm not gonna be going on vacations every week, but it's like you definitely have to make time outside of yourself to both everybody has some time to relax. And I'm gonna think that if you're making these coins, you're gonna pay for the trip.
Right.
Unless it's something
that's
crazy.
Not so hard to ask for.
Want to do something with our own self, or like the birthdays, or just in general, like baby working hard. Let's go somewhere.
I say what guy?
Leave her alone. She's speaking facts. It's so fucking.
Nah, we just trying to say, like, you know, like.
But it's all.
We're not doubting that this. We're not doubting this happens for y'all. Like, let's be clear. We're not saying
it doesn't happen for all women, but every single person attracts different people, is attracted to a different type of what they value in a relationship and the goals that they have set for themselves. Everybody's different. So it's like you meet somebody who's not goal driven or career orientated or wants to have a savings account and all that shit. They're not for you, and that's okay. Your experience is different. Like, all of my dating experiences, I'm grateful for. They're shitty people, but like, if I didn't go through those things with those people, like the really, really highs and the super fucking low moments, I wouldn't be who I am now. I wouldn't have that knowledge to know to point shit out. What'd you say?
Ciara getting shot at. Somebody said, I think Ciara is such a beautiful person.
Oh,
yes.
Hey,
there we go. Hey, this is what it is.
DMs open.
They DMs are open, brother.
DMs are open.
Good
no,
luck.
but it's crazy. One of my friends actually just entered in, and I ain't gonna tell y'all who he is. But say if me and him was to go on a vacation somewhere, I would not even think for 2 seconds that I'm paying for the trip. Like, I'm not.
Is it cool to? This was on another episode, but is it cool if you guys go on a vacation that sex is implied?
don't do those type of vacations because my type I don't feel uncomfortable.
Like you guys have had that conversation, or like you haven't, and you're going knowing that he's gonna want it. Like what? I need a better scenario.
First off, if a guy pays for your vacation, I can guarantee you he wants to have sex.
He can want it, but a
trip,
bitch isn't giving it up.
But
so you guys,
you think that's immediate?
It's anybody though, like cause
what that?
huh?
What'd you say, Ciara? I ain't hear you.
Oh, I said I'm not just gonna go on a vacation with anybody.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like with female friends or with guy friends, when I go on vacations, I have great vacations because it's time for me to relax and have a good time. And so if I feel like this person might be like kind of weird, I'm not attracted to them, and I might not want to take it there, I'm not going because there's plenty other options that I can have with that I actually want to go on there with. So I'm not going on a trip just to go on a trip. So it might be possible that we might do something. I'm a sexual person myself, but no.
Angie said, I'm not going with you if I don't look at you in that light. I mean, I wouldn't pay for it.
Yeah.
I agree.
I was laughing at the meat one. Look at the meat, bro.
I don't want to overcomplicate this. Like, you know, it's cool.
Braxton, you ain't taking nobody on no trips.
So what if he pay for everything and y'all don't have it and he fucks someone else? Wow. Think kind of in the right? Like, I mean, he asked you.
Who are these men that y'all dating?
Right. I'm sorry, girl.
Because when I'm going on vacation, I'm gonna be looking my nine to my teeth, and I'm fun. Like that's why I said the person has to be my friend. Like I wanted to do like different things. So regardless of like if we have sex that night, we're gonna have a great time. Like what if you go on vacation, you might have to start your period, and the thing was already pre-planned. Like it's scenarios, like you know. But as long as we having a great time on vacation, we might do something when we get back. We ain't 10. You that horny, Braxton?
Who? First off, you know what I'm saying? First, I'm not taking them. Now is I'm that horny. Like, come on. I take Ciara around the world.
They shoot.
Boy, okay. Welcome to Shot TV, y'all. Shit. This is real Shot TV. This is real Shot TV. J Mark said, if your period on, then give me some head.
I was gonna say that, but
what did he say?
So you think you answer the question, I was gonna give you head, but you ain't gonna have sex? Head
first off, if I pay for the vacation, we've been fucking. First off, like let's be clear about this shit. Ain't first time we
make your announcement real quick for these hoes.
They
assume that they
vacation. What year is this? 2022.
He has to be actively fucking you to take you on vacation.
Yeah, that believe me, man. I ain't,
Man, I thought that was already in the rule book.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not I'm not taking that chance of just buying somebody a vacation and I don't know them like that and we ain't had sex and like this is gonna.
I mean, definitely you would. I feel like I'm not going if I haven't fucked you before. This isn't about to be our like open virginity moment where it's like we're gonna see where this goes. No, right. I'm not going. If I haven't fucked you already,
I think I could because like I like guys sometimes too that's in different states, and so like we're FaceTiming and I've seen you and stuff before. We went on dates and then like, hey, let's go on a vacation. Our first time doing something, I'll be open to it, but I have to deal with you like that. Like I said, I'm picky. So like I have to be
like, what if you get with them and then like the sex is bad and you're like stuck in Tulum on an island and you can't get off for 5 days with bad dick? What do you? What do you do?
Activity. You're gonna be tired at the end of the night. We're gonna get lit and we're gonna go Zoom buggies and stuff. Shoot, I don't know. I never had that happen. So like, knock on wood.
Me either. I'm just saying like that whole scenario of like waiting, like I don't want to be in another country with you and then like you pull some shit out and it's like what's happening, like I don't want to participate. I don't
want to participate.
I didn't sign up for this.
Oh wow.
Man, we gotta spin the wheel. You guys did great, and I'm taking another shot just because of it. So
look, hey, let's take a shot, bro, and fellas, y'all slide these ladies DMs, man.
Yeah, man, come on, man.
Slide their DMs.
Y'all,
slide these lady DMs. They single.
Shit. Shot TV one. All right, man. Yeah. Hell of a sound for that one, man. So, are you still pouring, big bro?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm with you.
Yo, my brother Jeremy here, man.
Fine. Took like a half a shot. That's not even a real shot, Braxton.
Whoa, shot police. Relax. The people that's not even drinking on Shot TV.
Just a little bit of wine in here, you know, a little pink now.
I'm not saying shit because I'm gonna be drunk tomorrow. So, what's up?
All right, y'all. This is the Shot TV question. Would you rather give 50 people one chance or give one person 50 chances?
Whoa.
I'm gonna go
One person.
One person 50 chances. But if you give 50 people one chance, though, it's probably a fun life.
I'm gonna do the.
That's a lot of motherfuckers.
Yeah.
That's a lot of motherfuckers.
But but what if it's like fast? Like you went through 10 in 1 week because they fucked up so fast.
What is it?
Are you having sex?
What are they doing to us? Like, is something dramatic?
Like down to the T. I don't want to get it too specific. Let's just keep that 50 people one. D said he'd rather give 50 people one chance.
Yeah, I feel like 50 people one chance because I feel like with that, even in relationships, like when you're getting with people, I feel like it kind of is like a one chance thing, and it depends on where you fuck up in that for me to give you that chance. Like if you cheat or you lie or you do some shit like that.
One person 50 chances though?
Hell no. I've been there, done that.
I was about to say, I feel like we probably
been there, done that. Didn't get me nowhere.
I know I am.
I mean, I could, I like the one person ordeal. I don't know, man. I gotta take it.
I think 50 to 1. Cause
you gonna give 50 people one chance?
Yeah, because it depends on because if me giving them a chance, it depends on certain things. Like say when it comes to like text messages, say it comes to outings or like not sex wise or just like friendship wise. Like, cause I'm a mingling person, I'm a Gemini, so I meet quite a few
Gemini?
people. You a Gemini?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And so we're social people, so it's like that one chance out of like my whole duration of life, cool. But one person, 50 chances, you playing with me?
At that point, you look stupid,
right?
I feel that.
But
if we comparing the time though, right? Let's just say we give both of them the same spectrum of, let's say, 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, did I feel like 50 people one chance at a time? You know what I'm saying? Maybe I look for the one person 50 chances in that time span. Like if we're giving them both the same time span. Like I actually now I'm going more towards, bless you, Jess. With the one person,
yeah, that's 50 bodies. Let's be real. If it ain't 50, let's say 30 bodies. That's 30 bodies.
I thought you said obviously like just relationships or just people in general. Because you said people in general. My guys.
Well, I look at one chance is they not unforgivable, but
like, why do you have to give somebody 50 fucking chances? Like you can fuck up 50 times and I'm still gonna keep coming back. Like that's like Stockholm syndrome.
I think the issue here is that if you give 50 people a chance, then the common denominator is you.
Yeah.
Let's say that.
That's true.
Let's say okay.
My sister-in-law is on here. Jess, Lynn said what up?
Hi, Lynn. I miss you.
Miss you too, Lynn. You can say maybe 10. I think I'm gonna go with the one person 50 chance, honestly. If we're doing the same time span, guys, that's what I'm looking at. I would rather spend that time with one person. If personally, that is no right or wrong to this answer. Ciara, you have a man in your life. I'm trying to be him.
Ooh, that shooting a shot tonight, ladies.
Ciara, I got you. You. Listen, big homie, plan the vacation, buy the flight. We're gonna get
pay for it.
You already heard what she said.
Yeah. If you willing to do that, hey, I promise you, man. I'll pack her bags for her and then make sure she there. Ciara, do you got we'll talk offline, your calendar. We're gonna get that right. She's single, dog, DM, yeah. Deal with one person, 50.
I ain't single until the right king comes along and
he's here. He is here.
There you go. Talk your shit.
Guys, you in general to guys, like me and my dating scene, it's like when you can't claim somebody as like your girlfriend or boyfriend unless y'all are really on that level. Like sometimes I think people try to lock you down but still do their own thing or so whatever. You have to take certain steps to really have that commitment with somebody. Just going on a few outings and stuff doesn't mean
just said he's right here, Ciara. I'm telling you, like you keep trying to go around it.
I know Yeah, I know him.
Oh.
Hey, my brother said as long as they give you
Amazing
the
guy.
same 50 chances, LOL, lick back. Jesus. Yeah, I can do that. If I get my lick back, I swear I'm cool with the 50.
Damn, that's toxic.
Yeah, I mean, but it's
Oh,
you know,
what you
like it's
said,
me
the
and my
married
girl,
thing?
me and my person.
I agree
What?
with the parents being married thing. Like that's something I could say. Like if you're together for a really long time, you probably gonna give each other 50 chances. You
That's
know.
what I was saying.
Yeah, if you
Same
married,
time.
Yeah.
I put 10 years, but you could honestly, you could expand. I don't know, would you talk to 50 people in 10 years, but I think maybe so. You know what I'm saying? Realistically.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I said 10 years is the time span. But I'd rather be
Okay,
with one person.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
How long are this is for you guys? How long are you waiting when you're dating someone until you have sex?
But,
Like
yeah.
like if they're not giving it up. How long until you say I can't do this shit no more? I need to go to church. Like
No,
a lot's happening.
never they are
Yeah.
ready, I will be ready.
I'm
Yeah,
asking you a time frame.
There's no time.
I don't-
Well, for
I
males
don't have a time
especially, there's
frame.
no time frame. You can't be like, all right, woman,
Yeah.
I gave
Yeah,
you.
she's
Why
like,
though? Huh?
I
I
swear, there's no
mean,
time
we
frame.
different. We calculated. I've waited
Like,
years
yeah,
for
like it's
so, like
So you could be with somebody for like 6 months or a year and never have sex with them.
and they're doing everything else
yeah,
that I want them to do. Hell yes, they.
yeah. Everything
be
perfect. Yeah.
faithful. Would you be
Yep,
having
faithful, cooking,
Yeah, would you be
cleaning,
faithful?
Yeah, if we're
Oh, y'all-
exclusive. Yeah, if we're exclusive. Yeah.
We're
paying
talking
half
about
on the
y'all. I'm
trip,
talking about y'all.
paying half on the trip, cooking, cleaning. Hell yeah, I would.
You would really wait that long? I don't know how
Yes, if
virgins
it's
do it.
doing everything I want. Listen, my theory with sex is this: sex lasts about 30 minutes. That's 30 minutes. I judge you more off the other 23 hours and 30 minutes that you do that day. Then that
You
30
sound
minutes
like
of
a
sex
really
that
nice guy right now.
you could, you know. But I think too
Who
though,
the fuck are you? How do you?
he is
like
bullshit.
You're making me fucking
He
sick.
lying.
no, but I think this too though.
You're
I
making
think
me sick.
too.
You're
Like,
gonna sit here and tell me that you're gonna be with a bitch and not know what her pussy like. She doing everything else.
ain't no good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
Like-
you can't base a relationship on just that though.
that's what I'm
What
saying.
if y'all get?
Like,
What if
I
y'all
mean,
get? Hold
crazy.
on.
Like, now
What if y'all get married and God forbid something happens and you can't have sex? Then what?
We're gonna figure it out.
That's a
No,
different
they ain't gonna
theory,
figure it
man.
out. You can't have sex.
That
That's
is
what it is.
such a far-fetched theory.
Right.
I'm not.
Fact. There's people every day that go through shit where
Yeah,
they can't
like
have
sex
sex.
ain't
Men and women.
it's women.
Based the
It's
whole relationship
women
on it.
who gave me great sex and I never took it further. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that it's literally not
But still, like you're like I'm just asking for myself. I have a different thought process. It works for me. I like it. I don't judge anybody. I'm just trying to ask from a guy's perspective because for me, I can't do that. Like sex is really important to me.
Yeah.
And I think it's different too because
Sex is really important to me. I'm a very intimate person.
went out.
What'd you say, Ciara?
I'm saying it's different too with different people because I know Braxton, me and you have both been in long distance relationships. So I think it kind of, shifts your mindset on certain things too as well.
Yeah.
But you
also at some point, I mean, you guys are being intimate. Like I feel like intimacy is like I feel like only white people can do that. Like when they're I feel like white people are like the only creatures that can literally never have sex and be with somebody for like 80 years. They have like one kid. I feel like is that not important to you guys? Like that intimate level of being with somebody is not important.
We're not saying it's not important. It's definitely important, but we're saying we'll wait till that our partner is ready. Is what we're saying.
You guys are really sweet.
It's not
happening.
No other females in between this time are doing nothing.
It's
like
not
nothing.
I think that's what we say.
Nothing.
Well,
Nothing.
I'm saying that until we agree that we're exclusive, if we're just dating, if we're just dating, that's different.
You're not getting no pussy, and you taking her to eat, you doing all of this shit for 2 years, and then you finally fuck her and it's trash. Then what? You could have saved 2 years of your life.
If I done waited 2 years to fuck somebody, then obviously I can go another 2 years.
Right.
you know, like if I'm having sex once every 2 years, sex can't be that important. You know what I'm saying? So,
But that's what I'm saying. I want to understand that. I want to understand how intimacy does not play a part in people's
because it's
lives.
like too.
So intimacy, hold
Yeah.
on. I'm learning this now as I grow because I'm
Go ahead,
growing
bro.
with emotionally. Intimacy and sex is, I mean, it's the same, but it's not the same. You can
It's
have
not.
intimacy with someone, but not have sex.
Right.
Yeah.
You fuck
I'm proud of
somebody
myself.
and
I learned it. I had to
how
grow
you
and
fuck
learn it.
me and how you feel about me are two different things.
So are y'all going on dates? Or y'all just like pen pals? Like y'all just FaceTime? Are y'all, cause y'all are a little stingy with the coins. So are y'all are going to be going on these
Y'all
Hold
waiting
on,
for the
hold on,
pussy
hold on,
and you don't
hold
want
on,
to pay
and
for
all
shit.
this to be
hold on. I
goodies?
don't want that narrative.
Cause y'all said that
with
you
the
had the
coins.
goodies.
Who said I'm stingy with
So
the
y'all
coins?
just cooling and bulling on FaceTime and Netflix
I'm
and
stingy
shit.
with the coins though.
Appreciate it.
Who said I'm stingy
Cause
with
I
the
see y'all
coins?
taking on all these dates and trips. When y'all going half, and gotta be some
Whoa,
goodies.
I never said
I
that.
said
What I
trip.
said was I'm taking men and women on trips, but I've also had women take me on trips. That's a fact because I'm at a certain caliber of women I deal with. So that's just where I'm at
So
personally.
taking these ladies on trips and not getting none.
That wasn't the question that was presented before us.
No,
Exactly.
I like what you're trying to do right now.
That still
I see what you're doing.
Yeah, it's like 6-7 months. Y'all not going
If
nowhere.
a girl take me on a trip and say we not fucking and she paid for it, I respect it and I not touch her ass. I will have time of my life on that trip.
Okay, so
I'm on the sea-doo right now.
and right now, you know, I want to wait until we get real serious. And it's like 6 months in, like let's go on some trips. Let's go out to eat, you know, like twice a week and things like that. Are y'all with that? Not she
I
cooking
feel
and
like
cleaning,
this.
y'all
I
outside.
feel like the trip, we took the trip thing a little far. I think I'm saying this, like, I'm real big on, I don't want to do big shit with anybody. So, of course, I'm not going to take a lot of shit. I had one girlfriend for like 4 or 5 years, and shit that me and her did, a lot of women can't say I did that with them. You know what I'm saying? So, my biggest thing is that once we start doing that, once we start doing finances, I'm not trying to keep doing this shit over and over with different women. So, I am kind of different when it comes to doing things that I personally think are big. It's gonna take a little more time than me. You know what I'm saying?
You're agreeing that it's going to take a certain woman for you
Yeah,
to get to that point to do those
I'm
things.
not,
Your
I'm not
ex-girlfriend
opposed
was the type
to
of woman that you
anything.
wanted to do that for.
Yeah, and you know, I agree. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm just saying, as far as multiple women or like the dating process, I'm not with that shit. Like, you know what
I'm gonna say is, if the right woman comes around, you're gonna spend the coins, you're gonna take her on trips, you're gonna do all that shit that you feel is.
Yeah, and we're gonna be like a year in. Just being honest.
Brother set a time.
I'm just being like honest. Like, ain't no we do it and then it's like, you know what? Hey, I had fun. We going separate. No, I'm dating my next relationship. I'm dating someone for 2 years and I'm proposing.
You should.
I got to map that.
In 8 months to know. It's a real fact. It takes 8 months to know whether they know that this person is going to be their wife.
Yeah.
All
right, so people like playing games and stringing you on. I've been one of those too. So I ain't gonna hold nobody else. No judging. But that's real serious, for real.
All right.
Where'd you go?
The last topic. My bad. My phone was telling me I got like 20%. Is it fair for women to cut a man off and not spend it? It's wrong. Not that it's fair for anybody. Like, I don't care what you cut somebody off for. You can just cut them off. You can cut them off because you don't like
your
choice.
Yeah, you don't need.
It ain't no right or wrong. Just cut them off. All right, we going long distance relationship. That's the last topic, and then if Jess, you want any of your topics, we can talk about it. Because I know you got some funny shit. It's sex. So long distance.
I'm not. You make it sound worse.
Do you guys feel like right now you would be in a long distance relationship? I want to start with Jess because I haven't started with you in a minute, and I'm pouring me a shot. So,
I actually like long distance relationships.
Me too.
I like the fact that like we have our space in the beginning. I like the fact that it's exciting when I get to see you and, you know, we travel, I feel like you get to learn that person's life a little bit more when you're in their element. And for me, in my experience, like the guy that I'm talking to, he doesn't live here. So I like the fact that I get to travel. You know, I can travel to see him. He can come and see me. You know, we have that space, and then we kind of have more time for getting to know each other. The sex part sucks. I think that's like something like a boundary that I'm learning versus like
I love that. I love that. Talk your shit, Jay.
It's a boundary that I'm learning to not be impulsive, because I am very impulsive. But yeah, I think that's probably the only thing about the long distance that I don't really like, is like we can't, like I can't touch you and like lay on you and like do all that shit that I want to do. Like I can't go have a drink with you, or you know, you come over and we cook dinner. Like we can't, it's not instant. But it also makes me feel really good. Like if when I go see, I'm like, hey, you know, like I missed you, and like we get to do and like embrace and all of those things. So as I get to be an old woman, I'm becoming real soft, and I fucking hate it. I'm caring about people's feelings and shit. So this is new for me. But yeah, I'm a good girl, I promise. But yeah, I think I like it. I think I don't really like being up under somebody's ass. Like I need when I say I need my space, I'm not saying like you have your own place and I have mine if we're, you know, like building something, but like go hang out with your boys, you know, like go on your trip with your friend. Like I want you to have your own independence in a relationship, because that's so important. Like you should be able to be comfortable with who you are and how you are. There's going to be things that I like to do that I'm not going to ask you to do because I know you don't want to do them. So I feel like you have to have that boundary where it's like, embrace it, Jess. It can turn into something. Shut up, Lindsay. I'm trying. But I'm saying you just like, you don't know, like.
Somebody said Jess is a savage. What the hell you been saying? I thought.
Somebody said I was sad?
No, a savage. I went to go check on one of my nieces.
I like that shit.
I'm like, no longer give me space. A savage.
I just feel like everybody, like, you have to allow, especially with men, and I think this generation of women and our age, we're also learning our independence, and we're learning that we have a say in things, that, you know, we can do this and we can do that. We don't have to depend on somebody. But I think for a man, it's important to allow them to have their independence. You know, I want my independence. I want to be able to go and do what I want to a certain extent. Like if my girlfriends want to go on a vacation, I don't want you to go. Like I want to go hang out with my girls, just like I want you to be able to go and do your own thing. So you said
you would do it, right?
Yeah, I like it. It's working for me. And
all right,
if you know, Braxton, my dating
round robin. Ciara, you'll do one, right?
Well, I did it before. When I was in college, the person I dated, we went to college in 2 different states, and then when he moved to another state for his job, I was seeing but my situation is a little different with my long distance with him, because he was in the league and I was able to fly whenever I wanted to, you know, so it was very consistent. And so it's not like, oh, I'm just seeing this person once every 6 months or things like that.
Right.
But we was communication was key too, like FaceTiming and different things like that. And during the pandemic, most of the people I talked to was in a different state. And that was fine with me because COVID was going on crazy and I was inside. So it was like, I like that. And I would say like the guys that I've been talking to over the past like year, I don't see them every single day. Like I'm busy, they're busy. So it's like, I like the time that we spend, but I have been in 2 relationships where we lived together for like 2.5, 3 years, but we made it work because we knew how to give each other space. We had more than one bedroom. I created a man cave in one place. Like, you know, it was made a lot simpler. So I just felt you had to have that dynamic with the person to see, because like you're not going to have that intimacy, so you had to be friends. So I think it definitely builds your bond, but I wouldn't do it for like, at my age, my stage now, I wouldn't do it for a very long time. Like 2.5, 3 years. Like we had to figure out which place the other person's going to go.
Before I pass it to Big Bro, fuck the Braves lost. Before I pass it to Big Bro, I think something me and Ciara talked about too. I think the key to long distance dating is for it to not be the goal to keep long distance dating.
Right.
Like if you don't have no
That makes
out,
sense.
then it ain't really that intentional. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all just kind of just going whatever. So, big bro, would you currently do a long distance relationship, or?
No, definitely not. I prefer in-house for one, and for two, like I've done long distance before. And the thing about it, everything is always peaches and cream when it's long distance. Everything is awesome, amazing. And when you see that person, it's, oh, everything is great. I'm so happy to see you. Love, love, love. But then when you actually spend a large amount of time with that person and you get to really know who that person really is and the things that might irk you and shit like that. And that's kind of what turned me off about long distance.
All right, y'all ready for this curveball?
At least like if it's somebody that you like want to be with, do you feel like that part of how long you stay on your visit, or figuring out like when are you going to move here and when am I going to move there? Do you think that's something that you could do though? Like if they came and stayed with you like 2 weeks out of every month.
I mean, that's different though. That's different.
Yeah.
I mean, because even currently now, like with me and my shawty, like the schedules are really like crazy anyway. So, but we can go to each other's house like on the late night. Even if you just spend the night with that person, like it might not be no conversation, but we're in the presence of one another.
Yeah.
And so that's what I feel like we lack with a long distance. But with your situation with like the 2 weeks on, I mean, that's a good bit amount of time though.
Yeah.
I think.
But you just get to know the person, and a lot of people work remote too.
Yeah, because in a long distance relationship, you only got communication.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember I was in a long distance one, and I was a huge fan of the block list. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm a huge fan of not answering the phone. Back in the day, guys. Back in the day, I'm very big.
I know. I'd have had some talks with you because you was cutting up.
What I'm saying? Like I'm very big. Just know what kind of life I'm living. Oh, big bro know too. If I'm out turned, like I believe me, my phone the last thing I'm worried about. So. Back then, I didn't think about how important communication was because in a long distance relationship, that's all you have. So would I do a long distance relationship? Yes. However, we have to live within 2 or 3 hours away from each other. Like it can't be, for me, it has to be a drivable. If it's not drivable, I don't think I would do it. And this is why, and this is the question, this is the curveball. Do y'all think the rules of a long distance relationship are the same as a regular relationship if you were in town?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Because I like even with
what are you even trying to insinuate?
So.
Yeah, because you have to communicate. Because you out of town, Braxton. That's crazy. You're not answering your phone.
I love it.
What kind of nigga are you? I thought I knew you.
Whoa, this ain't about me. This ain't about me.
Hey,
whoa, guys. Hey, let's be safe here. This ain't about me. Because Braxton ain't in no relationship, right? I'm saying this.
I said you.
Honestly, are they the same? Like, because, for example, if I'm with my girl, or let's say me and her live together, I'm not answering phone calls after a certain time period. It might be disrespectful, whoop-de-whoop. If we in a long distance relationship, I might answer them calls at night. That's not necessarily cheating.
You might. You coming home to my face, or you just say like,
I'm saying this in a long distance relationship. Is it like, because no matter what, let's just say, because who is that? Jess was saying the 2 weeks on and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's still people who like, this is what I believe. No matter what, a male and a female are going to interact once a day. So that means if I don't talk to you a whole day, I do think you talk to a male figure that day. It might not have been me. It might be whoever in your DMs. It might be whoever texts it. No matter what, male and female.
Right. That
sounds a little bit insecure to me.
All right, guys. Hey, guys. Let's not.
I'm being serious because like sometimes I go and
it's a shot to you.
Nobody.
So listen. So we're saying this. You have a boyfriend. Yeah. He's mad at you. Okay. He stops talking to you. Okay. He just pissed off. So while he's not talking to you, you say you're not responding to a single male figure on this earth for however long until he writes you back.
What you mean however long? What's the however long?
That's what I'm saying. Like if
is it like days?
Nobody said. Listen, guys. We said conversation.
Why does it matter?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
it does. Okay,
it does matter, but you're not.
It does matter.
You're not being clear about that. Like, is this my man? And we're.
I just said interaction. All right, guys. I said interaction.
I'm not entertaining no nigga until I figure out what the fuck is wrong with you, and then after I get that information and I find out, I'll handle that shit.
He the problem. He the problem.
He's the problem.
If you make me
I'm
mad, you the problem.
I'm just joking.
and maybe he is. I don't fucking know. But if you have enough balls to go and not talk to me for a certain amount of period because you want to throw a fucking tantrum and you can't be an adult and use your words, then you probably aren't the nigga for me. You're a bitch.
Yeah, I think with me, we're too old to not have communication. You have to have communication. Or say like, you know what, Ciara, you don't piss me off. I'll talk to you tomorrow. And it is what it is. It's like, you know, breathe it down, calm it down, because I might be like, you know what, you really about to irk my nerve. We got to take it there. I'll just talk to you tomorrow. But I'm not going to assume, and I wouldn't have anybody dating me assuming like, oh, I'm about to go call a nigga because, you know, annoyed me. I have never cheated on anybody ever dated. Because if I
have no idea.
If I want to cheat on you, I would not be with you.
No idea how we went from interaction to cheating, guys. For the record, nobody said.
Because to me, that is like.
You said you cut the phone off for a couple of days. What you doing?
No. I said
what you
interaction.
doing?
That's it. Jess,
You know
if you text me, Jess, if you text me, or if you call me one night and be like, Braxton, what you up to? Guess what? We're interacting. Is that cheating? Hell no, that's not cheating.
Stupid. Why is that even a conversation?
That's childish.
That's super childish.
That's not childish. Jess can call me at any time. I'm saying this. Some people like to talk. Like, let's just be honest. Some people like to talk. Therefore, I'm saying this. They might talk to somebody else just because, and it's not necessarily a lover.
Okay,
it's not that. I just said male interaction. Y'all niggas went to cheating. Y'all went to motherfucking.
Because that's what you
We just said interaction, guys. Interaction.
Why couldn't it be a female interaction? Why can't I call my homegirl? Shoot.
You can, but my theory is
what
this.
What if I'm a lesbian? I'm talking to a bunch of bitches all day.
So that would be even more complicated. That would be even more complicated. That would be even more complicated. But nah, that's what I'm saying. That's my personal theory that no matter what, men and women, they're gonna interact with the opposite sex once a day. You know what I'm saying? And I mean by that, with their phone. I mean by that, you're gonna respond to somebody, whoop-de-whoop, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm talking about, like, you got to be real specific with interaction, because to me that means fucking.
But I'm saying it's so broad.
Sexy text.
Yeah, it's so broad. Like, it's like,
you're doing some real shy shit.
It's like
straight to fucking, like,
yeah, like, oh shit, you just.
And you blocking
me. It's only been 2 hours. Just relax.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Yo, like, where did y'all get?
Because
I thought you said like days. You said 4 to 5 days, Braxton.
I said interaction. I ain't say
I
went on a date. I ain't say y'all or whatever.
You should be going 4 to 5 days without fucking talking.
No, you're not
like,
my
that shit's
if you want 4 to 5 days.
Even if it's a date, personally, I think if it's a date, this is what I'm saying. Let's say your man is so busy that he can't talk to you every day. Or on the phone. We're saying on the phone, whatever we do.
I've never had that happen before because I like you make time for you. If you know, like
you make time for
like a quick FaceTime. Because even I be tired. Like, you know, let me do a little FaceTime before I go to sleep. Hey, you know, night. You know, but that's my man. Not when I'm just chattering with somebody, but you're my man. And then, like, with black men and stuff that's going on out here nowadays, it's 4 or 5 days. I'm gonna be concerned about you. You ain't that bad.
So the question is, during that time period, do you think it's wrong? Because I'm talking about a long distance relationship, right? Because I'm saying this long distance relationship, all you guys communication, and all I got is your word, right? So therefore, if I'm dating whoever, regardless of what's the truth or what's a lie, whatever you tell me, I have to go and make that assumption, whatever. So therefore, I react off whatever you tell me. So during this time period, if I choose to, I don't want to say entertain, but interact, you know what I'm saying, whatever, is that bad? Or is that even is that, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is that? You know, is that cheating, I guess? Because, shit, I was scared as hell once I brought the shit up, hell.
I mean, how would I ever know? Like, if
you wouldn't, that's what I'm saying. But
that also has to do with you getting to know that type of, like, all of this shit that we're talking about stems from you doing your due diligence on that person that you're interacting with.
Oh, you got my fan from New Orleans.
It is your job to fucking do your research and take those steps to understand what type of person you're fucking around with.
Yo, hold on. Let me read fam from New Orleans. Just this what's his name from being a child. What up, brother? Goddamn, this is exactly why long distance relationships shouldn't even be an option. It should make people favor their most convenient lifestyle, whatever. That's it.
But sometimes you don't know because everybody's scenario category is definitely different. And like I said, I was in mine for 2.5 years. The only reason why ours lasted was because of communication, and because that's all that we had to fold on. And it's like even when you had practice, like if you in the NFL, like you made time, like you made time, you made effort. Even before, like we was on doing plays and stuff together. Like he made the full effort every single day. So like he might be tired, like shoot. Ciara, love you, good night. You know, going out with the friends, cool. Hit me up the next day. Like, it's not that deep where we're smothering each other, but it's still, you should care about and love the person enough to be like, I'm worried. I care about your well-being. You know, if you're mad, like, hey.
And I'm saying this in that same scenario, Ciara. If he's out, right? Because if you live in the same city with your girl or something, or a partner, you may act a little different as opposed to they're far away. So whatever you do, you're not going to find out about it. So what I'm asking about are the rules, not perception. I'm saying in reality, are the rules different? You get what I'm saying? And I'm saying amongst us all. So I'm saying like, if
I don't
he
think
go
the
out
rules are
and
different.
he got
no, I'm not an insecure female. I'm far from an insecure female. So if you're going to do something, that's on you. And so it's like, what you've done in the dark might come to the light, but if it doesn't, like, we're grown. We're not 21 years old. So it's like, if I had to stalk after you, go through your phone, go through your DMs and all that stuff, you're not the person for me. Like the men that I actually get in a relationship and date, I don't feel as though like, oh my gosh, he's over here. Let me go stalk his phone and stuff. Like that's gonna make people go crazy.
Yes, the dynamic is different.
Yeah,
all
different.
I'm asking
is
the dynamic is different because I don't want y'all to think I don't agree with you guys. I'm saying this in reality. Is it different? That's all I'm saying. I'm saying
okay, I will say it's different.
It is.
I want more communication if they're long distance. I will say that as opposed to they were right now.
Because it's like this.
You still have to have those same You still have to have those same like boundaries and like intentions with that person. If I'm dating a man here in Atlanta and we go out, he goes outside and I go outside. We're both outside and we both have to be respectful of each other. You know, we have to be respectful of each other. If you live out of town and you fly me out to your city and you bringing me around, I have to have enough trust and faith in you that you're bringing me to places with people and not making me look fucking stupid, because that's one thing.
Hey,
I don't have time for.
That's just faith, man. That's faith. But I'm saying this: is it cool for both of y'all to get numbers
in a relationship?
No.
Hold
on.
A long distance relationship, guys.
Are you talking about numbers?
Bro, you showing out tonight, boy.
A long distance relationship. So therefore, you can get a guy number, and it might not be that, but you do gotta explain to him like, hey, well, we met outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm asking you guys. Like, in a long distance relationship, is it different? That's what's the curveball.
You can't look at no other girl. You can't DM them, give them your number out, take your coworker out for lunch. I don't give a fuck if she's pregnant. I'm just kidding.
Damn, no work girlfriend?
No. If you're committed to me, you're with me, nigga, period. That's it. Everybody's gone. Cut them off, because at the end of the day, if you do some stupid shit, you're going to be the only one that looks stupid. You know what I mean?
Are you telling the girls you have a friend? Right, that is big.
Respect.
That nigga gonna be lonely as hell. That nigga gonna be lonely as hell.
Exactly. Yo, Ryan just said something.
Why you living your life?
Are you telling the people you got a girlfriend? Yeah. Depends on the relationship. The boundaries are set within the person's relationship. That's on them. Yeah, I agree.
If I know that I'm with somebody, like I know that I'm gonna eventually, like, you're gonna move here or I'm gonna move there. So it's like, what is the point of not having that same dynamic? If it's just like an out of town relationship,
let me chime in.
Go ahead, big bro.
And like having a good time.
Like Ciara said, we're Gemini, so we're sociable people. And so like, for instance, like I got someone, but we're like, for instance, I went to like a hookah lounge, like no liquor, nothing, just during the day, do some work, low key vibe, and I just chopped it up with some women there. They actually had their own podcast stuff, just vibing. So like Rex is saying, like that's entertaining people, like that's talking to people still, you know, building, get vibe, networking. So if you're in a long distance relationship, are these things allowed? You know,
it's not disrespectful. Like, as long as you're not being disrespectful, don't nobody want somebody that's gonna be sitting there just a mute. You know, everybody says to live their life. We're all individuals. As long as you're not disrespectful. Like, you're getting these phone numbers to try to have dates and stuff with them. That's different, as opposed to like just communicating. Like, hey, you know, do a podcast or something, do an episode and stuff together. What's your social media? You know, that's different. Like that's a different type of way you're going about it, you know.
But can we answer how a woman would talk to us? Nigga, you knew them bitches liked you. What the hell you doing? That bitch don't want to no podcast. Why the hell did you get that bitch your number? Oh, she liking your pics.
Oh no, that's
now.
I said Instagram. No, that's what I said,
Oh,
Instagram. I didn't say
Like-
no phone numbers. I said, what's your Instagram? You better follow shit on Instagram and do a little. But I would say this too. Like I have people on my podcast, men that are married, men that are in relationships, but it's still the type of people that you have respect for, because you're gonna respect me and I'm gonna respect you in your relationship. So it's like everybody doesn't, because you're attracted person has this going on, doesn't mean everybody wants to be with that type of person, you know. Because karma is something I don't want nobody else men. It's enough men out here for me. But I would say too, of like with long distance relationship, you have to see what type of space you are in your life, because when you're younger, you might be partying and stuff more. You might be like, oh, we outside. But then too, you have a relationship when you're in your 30s, it might be different, because some people, they get tired after work. Like I know a lot of entrepreneurs, and after work, they tired.
We're tired.
And so it's like,
I'm fucking
everybody's
tired.
in the bed.
Yeah.
Everybody's sleepy. So ain't nobody out here doing crazy.
Some entrepreneurs, their life is the outside life. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
It's like,
My shit is like lifestyle.
Yeah.
Being outside.
that TV, I gotta go take shots, and you know, like. So.
Well, everybody's not in the club as an entrepreneur, but it's still like different. It's like different things.
Yeah.
It's,
So
I think
you
there's different things, or like, don't even
outside,
just that, like
outside.
people in finance. Like I work till 7 sometimes. Like I'm gonna be in the bed. Like I might not. You know, it just depends with everybody on their lifestyle, because everybody doesn't party every single week.
I wanna say
people
something about Ciara. I believe in my heart, and I actually do think you're genuinely saying that you expect the same respect or the same thing regardless of a long distance relationship or in the same city relationship. Like,
yeah, if we're in a relationship, yeah, I do. I expect communication. That's what I've received. You call what you desire.
personally, I'm
That's
a little more like, you know, a little, I guess, you know what I'm saying? I expect people to, you know, like I expect you to hang out with people and shit like that. As long as it's not a one-on-one setting, I think I'm cool. But if it's public settings and whatever, I'm actually cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm also probably cool with you. I know we're older, but dancing and doing whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Having fun. But I don't know. I know it's different boundaries from different people. But that's why the question was about long distance, because it's such a different dynamic, because you're not there. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of us react differently when if we want something and it's not there immediately. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hell, there's niggas I've been with that live down the street that I trust with my shit. You know what I mean? Like, the distance to me is bullshit. Like, that's an excuse to do dumbass shit. Like, I've had men that cheat on me that live in the same city that do the same fuck shit versus somebody who would do something outside. It's about trust. It's about having that bond and learning that person and wanting to grow with that person. If I don't give a shit about that person, absolutely, I'm going around doing whatever the fuck I want, hot girl summer, blah blah blah.
We got some good comments. Hold on, Dion says it's all about trust and being 100 in whatever situation or relationship you in. My other mama, shout out to you, Miss Young. Long distance relationship is totally about trusting the one you're with. Without it, why bother? My brother Ferg, shout out my brother Ferg. We just tore New Orleans up. Thanks to Jess. Thanks to them. You know what I'm saying? What about women or men with more friends or acquaintances than the other sex? What's y'all thought on that? I'm going.
My thought is my boyfriend's my
Security.
best friend. So he come. I have friends.
Yeah.
You do stuff with your girlfriends, and then you do stuff with your man.
Thank you.
I'm going.
And it's all
on
about
that.
being
And be
secure.
secure. And you know what the hell you signed up for? Hell, like that's the biggest thing. Like, you know,
Right.
You knew what you
these
got when
girls-
you met me. Like,
Yeah.
you met me outside. God bless you. But like, you know, this is what you get. You know
Nah,
what I
that's
mean?
like-
there's
that's
no
like
there's no
Jess-
sugarcoating, Jessica. Like, this is me. This is who I am. Like,
just
I'm-
we could say that's like either the opposite sex complaining about me or you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
oh,
like,
why
you
you
knew
and
what
with
the fuck
Jess,
was going on.
why does she get to hang out with you? They're gonna be like, bro, like it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
anybody I talk
That's
to,
happened before. That's definitely
Nah, it's
happened
happened on
I
my
wanted
side,
to, like,
too.
fucking slap them. They're like, "Are you fucking that nigga?" And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Damn, no."
They happened with me and
I
Braxton.
say-
They try to put us in a work relationship. I'm like, we are not
shit.
on that. We hang out in real life. We have a whole crew. Like that is not.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we're friends. Like, I have
Let me look at the
friends
camera.
that are
To
like
all of
my
their
brothers.
guy friends, listen, to all of the guys that are interested in them, I would never pay for their trip. So you guys are good. You know what I'm saying?
You
I
don't
would
pay for
never
shit,
do that.
Braxton.
Never.
Slide them deals
Ever.
and spend that bread.
Ever.
They ready.
Pay for that shit.
Our rest gonna pay for is a damn shot, and if that,
Right.
one.
Thank you.
Maybe
A
have
bottle.
one.
Thank you. Take me to where I need. If you meet outside, God bless you. Lindsay saying.
Lindsay, you already know how I am outside. She said if you me outside, God bless.
Nah, I think y'all did a great job.
Just to saying like with boundaries, like I feel like I said back to communication. When you go into it, you have to say like, okay, these are what our boundaries are, but you don't have that communication, you don't know.
But that's the problem with fucking people. It's like it's so frustrating to me because everybody wants to do this like facade and like build themselves up in the beginning and I'm this and I'm that.
PR
it's
rep.
like
PR rep.
Yes, exactly. Like just say what the fuck it is. If you're a broke ass nigga, say, look, I'm broke right now, but I'm working on my business, this, that, and the third. This is what I want to do. Versus stunting on the gram and going outside and doing all this shit, and then I have to find out. Well, I'm gonna find out real quick, but find out that.
But that's my question though. That's what I was asking earlier. Is it broke because I don't want to spend it on you, or is it like I'm stingy? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what the point
Right.
I don't think it's broke because you don't want to spend it on me. But if your intention is to be in a relationship, that money is involved in that.
But I'm saying this.
Well, let me
go ahead, bro.
Now I was gonna say like we're all entrepreneurs here in small business, and so it's gonna be hills and valleys. Mm-hmm. So it's times when I'm fucking on top of it. I have fucking over 100 bands in my account. And I have negative 25. I'm just being real with you. So that's why I need a shorty that's gonna ride with me. That's just what it is. That's what
Ciara, she was.
I'm just being real.
No, I definitely agree because I know in like 2 of my relationships I had, they was broke. When I say broke, it was like they barely. When I say I was giving them some coins, but it was their personality, it was their drive because we all go through different. Like you said, it's a roller coaster. Like sometimes you can live your best life, and sometimes it might be a little struggle. But it's like, what's your work ethic? What's your energy when you are on your down spots? Because people they could be on their best thing and like, oh, I'm this, I'm that. But when you have hard times, what's your personality like at that point? And what are you going to do?
Right? How are you going to be for me when I'm down? Like, how are you going to treat that other person when they're down? That shows me a lot. Like, if your person is not in a place to be like, if they're going through it mentally, financially, whatever, like how you respond
and to be
that,
1,000
how you respond to that,
to be vulnerable to that person, like, hey,
and to be 1,000 to y'all's point. I'm gonna speak for Dom on this one too, because I think we cut from the same cloth. Some niggas, even when we down, we not finna show that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're not gonna show
it. I'm not finna let you know I'm hurting. I'm not finna do it. I'm gonna go out and get it, but I'm not worried on that front. But at the same time, you might see me, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say moving different, but, I got to be a little more cautious with things. But I know when I'm down, I'm not a huge, like, y'all, I need help person. You know what I'm saying? In any regard. So
I think it's just being a man. That's just being a man.
Like,
and I think it's a lot of people, because I'm like that too. But I feel as a woman, if you care, you're observant. You might not say something either because you don't want to mess that person's ego. But as women, we're observant. And that's why I scale back. I would scale back on or just initiate hey, let me do this. Or I used to put $500 in my ex drawer before I went home. I would never tell where it was at because I knew he needed it, but I knew he would never ask me. And so he bought me a car before he bought himself a car. So people was like, oh, you so spoiled, you so this and that. Which I don't know. I was with these men in the trenches. And so it's like I deserve every single thing that I have ever received.
Yes, the fuck you do.
You don't judge somebody else.
Yes, you deserve the trips, the spas, the packages,
the bags, the coins.
Are y'all paying for the trip? Are y'all paying for the trip?
We're not going back to that
subject. For the fucking trip.
No, you
pay for the trip.
Man.
Okay, so I have a question. So what if it's the other way around? If the woman, she's hurting and she's like, well, I'm starting this business, I'm an entrepreneur, like I took a deep dive and this and whatever, something happens. Would that be something like, okay, well, I can understand she needs a vacation, she's going through a lot right now. Would you be more accommodating, or it has to be somebody on your same level where you feel like you got?
I want to be very clear about something because I feel like everyone is going to vouch for me for this. I have female friends. I have whatever, any woman that needed money, if I had it, they got it. I don't care what role you was in my life. If you needed money, I had it. You got it. Even if I didn't have it, I went and go get it to make sure you're straight. Now, that's a whole different mentality. Now, did I go buy every woman flowers, whatever? Hell no. But when you needed something or, come on now, let's put that out there when it comes to that. So I want to be very clear on that. So I think definitely in your case, men are definitely going to show love, especially it's admirable to us that you're starting a business. Now, if your business keep going in debt and we not being real about this shit, like, hey, we didn't spend 10,000, this shit ain't working. I think that's the conversation we need to have. Like, hey, this shit ain't working. Like, we got to pick another, you know what I'm saying? Pick another business to go into. Let's go into the service industry. Fuck it. But we got to leave this fucking business. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different conversation. So,
yeah, and that's understandable because you would like be supportive, like, hey, let's go into a different direction, you know. And then too, like with over 30, I date guys that's 30 and up. You know what, like 28, you know. But it's like 28 and up. But it's like they still. I want at the same place in my life. Like I don't want to go through that whole building all the way from the zero ground up. I need for you to have some type of foundation and still trying to elevate yourself. Do you have to be like, oh, you make a 6-7 figures? No. But do you have to be like ambitious and have goal oriented and structured on certain things? Like, yeah. Because I want somebody that's going to help elevate me too. How you going to help elevate me too when you over here at the bottom of the barrel and not trying to get out of it? Because some people just become very complacent. And, you know, and I don't like stuff like that. Like you can't, I like to grow and try to evolve in different things. But if you're just a complacent person, I cannot date you. I'll judge you more off of that than other circumstances that you might have going on.
Yeah. Agreed. It won't.
Just
you're right.
Do me a favor.
What?
You get to pick the last topic. You get to pick the last topic. I gotta let my brother in, so y'all keep going.
I don't know.
Marriage.
What is the last topic? Marriage? Okay, let's talk. I was married before. We can talk about that. For 45 days, I beat Kim Kardashian, but it's fine.
45 days.
45 days to the
Kim.
day.
Is that like a
Marriage.
annulment or what?
A what?
Annulment. 45, you get annulled. Or is that a divorce?
It was a divorce.
Man.
Yeah, it was a divorce. I want to get married again. I think marriage is beautiful, especially if you find your person. I think marriage also has to have its boundaries too, because when you bond yourself with somebody for life or on a piece of paper, you know, there has to be, you're going to be with that person, you know, every day, and you're going to have kids or not, or, you know, live your life. But I think it's at that point, it's really important to have boundaries and be just super transparent. I mean, I feel like my relationships in the past never really worked because we were always on two different pages. I feel like I always got with men that I had to fix or were like going through something and I could step in and play Captain Save-A-Ho. Like that was me. I feel like I was Captain Save-A-Ho.
I've been there too, girl.
And it's hard because it's like to me it's like a pattern, because you're like the highs of being with that person after, you know, you get them on their feet or whatever. It's like, great, look, I did all this work and you're so amazing and you treat me great. And then as soon as it fucking crashes, you know, it's just like, fuck, I did all of this shit for nothing. So I think it's just
not for nothing.
Okay. Not for nothing, but just like process, but whatever. You have to have communication and transparency, and I didn't have that a lot of times. I did a lot of shit that I didn't want to do. I didn't communicate properly about, you know, my boundaries and things that I wanted. And I feel like in a marriage at that point, that's such a standard you have to set for each other, is to be honest. And honestly, just honesty goes a long way. At least in my tiny baby marriage.
Yo,
How long y'all together before y'all got married?
Oh man, I had known them for 13, 14 years. We were talking for about a year and a half. We had reconnected for like a year and a half. So yeah, and I think at that point, just because the type of person I am, like I'm a hopeless romantic, like I want to be with somebody who's just as obsessed with me as I am them, and just like have the best time and like raise our kids and travel and like get fucked up on the weekends when we're like 45 at our kids' fucking football game. Like that's me. I am that mom who is gonna be drunk at the games and having a great time. Like that's me. I'm a fun mom. I'm a fun person. So I knew that person and they knew who I was. So it was an easy choice for me to make, because I was like, okay, well, I'm almost fucking 30. I want more kids. Like, I know you. Like, I don't have to go through that process with that person of like getting to know them for whatever time. So I did, and I loved them. I really did. I loved them very much. But it quickly turned into something that wasn't depicted to me. The mask came off, and I didn't do a really good job at seeing that in the beginning. So that was a very huge and important learning lesson. I think God definitely put that person in my life again and the situation to teach me. And I'm grateful for that, but I do want to be married again. So
hey.
Everyone's coming to my wedding. We're getting fucked up.
Yo,
Hey.
it just has nothing to
tequila.
do.
I'm not doing wine toast at my wedding. We can roll up if you feel like you need to, but we're taking tequila shots. I don't do that.
Yo,
no wine.
Jess, J Mark say he needs to come to New Orleans. I'll say this though. Let me say this. When it comes,
I won't be there next weekend, but
when it comes to duos, I don't think you're gonna have more fun hanging out with me and Jess. As far as a dynamic duo, that might be duo. Yeah, I apologize, but
me and Braxton, like, we moved. Me and Braxton went to college together, and he was like one of my first Black friends in college.
It's true.
It's so true. Like, he took me to like all the hood spots. I didn't know like fraternities or any of that shit. Like, he opened up my like I grew up in a really small town. So like I was like, holy shit, Black people.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I moved to New Orleans, we both moved there at the same time. And like he came to Atlanta like a couple of months before that, and we got fucked up. We had such a great time. I hadn't seen the nigga since college.
Yeah.
We had the best time. And then we moved to New Orleans at the same time. When I tell you, the people that were around us didn't understand, but kept coming and kept showing up and kept participating. Like, we showed them a different type of turn up. And like from friggin' Mardi Gras with your line brothers that
Yo, did you see what Ferg said? Ferg said all the coaching homies said y'all on their pass list whenever y'all want to come to a game.
Yes. I hope you guys have the best fucking time.
Yo, man.
Both of you have to come to New Orleans and let us take care of you.
Like,
it's something about New Orleans that does some different shit to you. Yeah. Like, it puts you in like a different mind space. Like, I love Atlanta, but like, to me, there's so much going on here in Atlanta, and everybody's like chasing after like that same shit and like that same type of female, that same type of nigga. Like, we all got to open up a restaurant at the same time with the same theme and the same bitches. Like, wings. How many of the same hookah girls can work at the same?
Exactly, wings and hookah every
wings
fucking
and hookah and pussy. But it's like New Orleans. It's just like, it's very much like Nick, the owner of Chow. Like, his process is bringing the culture, and I really like I see his vision, and I see where he's going with it, and it's awesome, and it is a culture vibe. It's a very, it's shut the fuck up. It is.
No, Lynn said New Orleans is different. My favorite place. I'm laughing. Lynn's know what I'm laughing at. Ferg said
we
no.
Get so fucked up. Like, we all need to do like a Shot TV family reunion in New Orleans.
Yo,
like, everybody that's
I didn't tell Braxton I was coming, because me and Braxton have
I do. I'm with it.
Like,
and he's definitely on 100.
But fun. Rent a house. And it be like the Real House.
Yo, that's right.
The Real World.
I'm with it.
That would be so
that TV, man.
Count me in.
We need to do that though, and it'd be dope having the influencer and the podcasters there. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's all, and we just kick it, man. Nigga said, I said,
I love to travel.
Yeah, man. New Orleans is different though. Everybody comes for like bourbon, and that's why I brought that up. Is that we definitely have exceeded past the bourbon street. Don't get me wrong, go do it tonight, but you know, we got y'all as far as
the shit now. We know where to go. We know where to get you fucked up for $30, and I mean $30. That's entry fee too. Like, you're about to have the time of your life. Don't want to go to the strip club because the bitches don't get naked. I don't understand it. It was really weird for me. I like literally walked. That was with Q's birthday. For his birthday, we went to Spades, and they got a section, and like, I was getting some money out. I was ready.
Oh, you talking about
sitting there?
Quimby Day.
Yes, and we get there, and the girls come, and they're like talking, and I said, "Baby, when are you gonna take your clothes off?" And she said, "Oh, we don't get naked here." I was like, "It's time to go."
Right.
Strip club.
Wrap it up.
Wrap that shit up.
Yo, big bro, how you feel about marriage? My bad for taking up trying to talk.
Yeah, we went super left.
Yeah.
Sorry.
How you feel
It's
about
all good.
that? Something in the books for you, or is that something you?
I
If
mean,
it happens, if not, fuck it.
if it happens, it happens. I'm not against it. I'm okay if it doesn't happen, but you know, of course, all the women I meet, they want to be married. So that's where I stand.
You sound really fucking disappointed.
Damn.
He
Like,
sounds so dry.
I'm not.
right. He's like,
I mean,
all the women
I don't
that
want to keep.
meet
I don't
wanna
want to
get
keep living
married.
this life. I don't want to keep living this life when I'm 50, 60 years old. Like, I mean, you know, being out,
You're
you
playing
know,
for the rest of your life.
in
Don't let
the
nobody
clubs,
tell
in the
you.
sections and shit. I don't want to keep doing this.
Let nobody tell you.
He said,
anything.
we doing this shit to get
Get
out of this
tired.
shit. We doing this lifestyle to get out of it, man. That's
Like,
what
wait, y'all saw that shit where that rapper, they had his body in the club.
Oh yeah, in New York.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I saw that shit.
Please
That was
don't
crazy.
celebrate me. Like,
His mom said that's what he wanted.
I'm
You
a
gotta
rock.
respect what people
I'm
want,
dead.
though. Yeah.
I'm dead.
My
I just
shit-
want to let people know before they actually came, because I'm like, oh, so because I've lost a lot of people, and so like the celebration of life, like you know how people want certain stuff, but it's like let me know beforehand if the body is
I'm
going
not
to be
gonna
there.
pay
'Cause I
the
don't like
$40,
stuff.
and then I'm not gonna put a deposit down for a section,
On the
and then I
section,
get there, and there's a dead body on the stage while I'm
No,
searching
I
the
don't even go to the
Italian.
casket.
Yo.
So I don't want to see that all night.
Yo, is everybody on this joint? I'm gonna say yes, but is everybody here dating to marry? That's a great question. I say yes for me personally.
I'm dating to marry, and I would say I wouldn't just say marry. I'm dating to find my person. My person, like you know, a marriage is like I want my person along with a marriage. Like some women, they just want to have the wedding and like the things behind it, but I really want to find the person that is for me. And if like when the time comes, and like I'm getting older in age, so I'm not rushing still with kids. I'm not rushing getting married right now, but I feel like it's gonna naturally and organically happen for me or the person that's supposed to be for me. But I definitely feel like I've done wife duties in my previous relationship. So I want to feel like this person, like, hey, you're my person. You are my person. You are my person. That's how I'm trying to feel. To bring that energy in all aspects, as opposed to saying like, oh, she wants to get engaged. Boom, but I want to feel that energy every day too. Like, I love being married to your ass. You look crazy, but I love that.
Do y'all feel like it's like that in the mortal? Like you, like this, my person. I love you. We gonna be together. You feel like you just settled.
You feel like that, like in the beginning?
I'm asking, do y'all feel like what you just said? Like you meet this person. Oh my God, I'm waiting for you my whole life. You're my soul.
No, it takes
Let's
time.
get married.
That makes it
I
hard.
feel like it takes time. You have to go through things with people to realize if that's really your person, in my opinion, because you know, in the first 2 months, everything's all peaches and cream for the most part, I would hope. But it's like once you actually, like, say if death happens with somebody in your family, or a job or financial situations, kid stuff, like, you know, just life things, how you treat me. If I'm going through something, how I treat you, you going through something. Like, I feel like you have to go through things to know.
I think
First
it's
of
more
all,
of a partnership
divorce costs
now.
$1,500. Okay.
I think it's more of a partnership nowadays.
Listen, it's a piece of paper, and it's about $1,500, depending on what state you're in, to get a fucking divorce. You are not bound to anybody. If somebody doesn't make you happy, you don't have to fucking stay with them. You get married 10 fucking times if you want. But if that person is not who, I'm not saying get married 10 times. I'm just
50
saying.
people. So 50 people.
Not 50 people. That's a lot. I think that, like, doesn't that damage your credit score or something?
Damn, marriage hit your credit score?
Yeah.
Oh no.
That shit hit your credit score.
That.
But I'm saying, like, you're not bound to that person forever. So if it doesn't work out, I feel like a lot of women, they get with men and then they settle because they're like, oh my God, I don't believe in divorce, or like, I don't want to get divorced and have that. Fuck that shit. If I'm miserable, I gotta go. And like, I feel like everybody, you know, you should have that confidence in yourself to know, like, you don't have to stay. Like, if you're in a domestic situation with somebody, you don't have to stay with that person. Like,
definitely not domestic. Definitely not domestic. We're not doing that.
Or any type of relationship where you feel.
I think love is cool. I love love, but I think marriage is a partnership and a business.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real.
Absolutely.
And so that's how I
absolutely business.
Big bro, do you think marriage could work without love?
I mean, we got Will and Jada.
They had love in the beginning, though.
There ain't no fucking love. It's one-sided now. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. I think too, like, say if you're getting married to somebody, and some women want a huge wedding. Like, some people are really paying for houses just to get married on that one day, and some things don't work out. You know, so it's like I think sometimes with like say you have a smaller wedding, it doesn't matter as much. But if you over here spending like 50, 100,000, you know, like just on a wedding, and then like, you know, a month later it doesn't work out. You know, I feel like men definitely feel more jaded, and I feel like it might, I don't know, it might hinder things in like the future. Like I've never been with anybody that has been married, but I would have to see like what the dynamic was with their whole marriage situation.
I just don't see the point of spending 50 to 100,000 on some shit for some other people. Yeah. Like you want to have like something nice, cool, but like take that, if you guys are if it really is a partnership, you take that money and invest that money. Because if you'll invest it in a business or do something, or in your home or something else. Like I'm personally, I don't care how much money I have, I'm not spending $100,000 on a fucking wedding. That makes no sense. I would rather put that money. We can go.
You gotta do it for the gram. You gotta do it for the gram.
Would y'all fellas let y'all, like, if you propose to your lady and y'all start doing the planning, and she's like, you know, you seem like the, you know, what the amount is, and she going over a little budget. What would y'all do after that? Like, what if your lady did want like a $45,000-$50,000 wedding?
I mean,
I wouldn't even know your response.
One, we gotta cut the trips. You know what I'm saying? Something gotta stop. We gotta cut the trips. We gotta.
Have you paid for any trips at that point, Braxton?
If we get married, according to y'all, I had to have paid for a trip for somebody to marry at that point. Like,
I hope you would go somewhere with somebody at least one time.
Yeah, you know. So I hope, right? You know. But nah, on a serious note, I mean, it's a you gotta stay within. If you're marrying someone, they know what financial means you both have. You know what I'm saying? So it's just gotta be reasonable. It might be an argument at first, and then a part of marriage is compromising. So eventually, you guys got to get to some type of compromise. So I mean, it might be a problem, but you guys will figure it out. Hell, y'all getting married. If y'all can't settle on the fucking wedding, why are y'all getting married? You know what I'm saying?
Right, but if you're going for somebody who wants unrealistic expectations of you at that time, just because you're getting married, then you knew that from you knew what type of nigga that was in the jump. Exactly. That's just like you knew what type of bitch that was when you started fucking around with her. So when you propose, you know that if you're not on your shit.
Yeah, and if the wedding is that important, then she's either gonna not marry you or she's gonna marry. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be honest. It's either gonna happen or not happen.
Nah, bump that. Hey, Reese B, shout out to Reese B. Reese B said,
brother.
Run that shit up. Run that shit up. The bride's father's supposed to pay for the wedding anyway, so run that shit up.
Y'all got something to say? Y'all good?
I ain't got nothing to say about that, dude.
No.
I ain't never seen y'all not respond.
I was not for my wedding.
I was so excited.
No, but that's not fair though. Okay, I would say the only reason I say that too because like they always say the bride's father is supposed to pay for the wedding. Everybody doesn't have a father in their life, so who paying for it? Not me. I do what my family do for me, so it ain't coming on me. It's coming on you. But I want a destination wedding. I don't want a bunch of people. I feel like the older I get, the smaller my circle is. Besides networking and like associates, but people in my intimate space and intimate moment. It's a celebration of love, and so it's not that deep. We about to be breaking the bank at the beginning.
Ciara pivoted so quick from that shit. I love that. How black women do. I love that.
There we go. Great job. Yo, honestly, I feel like we discussed everything of dating. We got 6 more minutes. Really don't know we got another topic or anything. We can fly away and get married. Then our first anniversary. Celebrate with family and friends. Destination went the easy way to trim that guest list. I promise.
That's
but like I said, as men, I feel like we don't get to pick our fantasy wedding because it's really going to depend on the woman. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's all about what the bride wants.
Yeah,
that's just what it is.
So I have a question.
Go ahead.
What are, since y'all are both, I know you're dating, but you know everybody's taking single until they're married. What are you looking for? Your top 3 things you look for in a wife.
In a wife. Ooh. Being able to problem solve. I think that's the biggest thing. Not like how we talked about communication. I'm the type of guy, I don't want to go to bed mad at you if that's possible. So like if we both can just sit there and work shit out over and you know what I'm saying? Like I know how y'all get. I'm not talking about cheating and shit. I'm just saying disagreements, being able to problem solve through a lot of things. I think that is a huge turn on and you know, it allows us to be able to consistently communicate. What about you, Big?
I agree with communication, transparency, and like Jessica mentioned, like I'm big on reciprocation. Like I give like 100% all the time. Like I'm always thinking about my partner, like all day long, like making her life easier. And so I just appreciate and love that same energy back.
Yeah, I love how like our shit's simple. Like
Mine is
yeah, it's right to the point. Like, don't be no hoe. You know what I mean? That's all. Let's keep it real. Like, just fuck me.
Just be a freak. You can be a freak.
Just fuck me.
With me, though. With me.
Just fuck me.
Be a freak. It's a difference between
choose
freak.
me. Pick me. Love me.
Love me. Love on me.
We'll discuss the difference between a freak and a hoe next episode. I'm just playing. We're not gonna talk about it. But definitely be a freak, but don't be a hoe. All right. Let's see. Top 3: consideration, admiration, and anticipation. You're gonna have ups and downs in the marriage, but the key is working through it. No relationship is perfect. I've been married for 34 years, and both of us are Gemini. Let's go.
Oh, Gemini. Shout out to Gemini.
Let's go, man.
Gemini.
I think
We love hard, baby. We love hard.
There we go.
Don't cross us.
Jess, did you want to say something about it? He said next time on Shot TV. Cause we're gonna wrap.
What am I saying about what?
What you looking for, I guess, in somebody as far as what you say, like marriage, right?
Marriage. Top 3 things you look for in a man that you would consider marrying.
I want to know like your relationship with your mom. I think to me, if your mom is still around, or like how you have with your parents, I feel like that's very important. I mean, how I raise my son, I feel like as a woman, I'm raising him to be as good of a man as he can be from my perspective, and try to teach him how to kind of have his masculinity in himself. So I think how guys treat their moms is very important, because I feel like that's a reflection of how they're going to treat you.
So if they're like obsessed with their mom, you think they're going to be obsessed with you?
If they're what?
Like obsessed with their mom. Like extreme mama.
At that point, we're not talking, because if you're obsessed with your mom, that's weird. Okay, there's boundaries. All right.
A lot of guys have trauma though from their moms.
Yeah,
right. That's what I'm saying. To me, that is
everybody is the best parents.
Jess.
No, I agree. I feel like it's really it's.
Oh, we got a Jess shot. Okay, it's been some shots tonight.
I'm an anti.
Just for the record, me and Dom did not get any shots. Again, we are single.
No one cares about you.
I know.
He's not single. You're single. You got all the hoes.
No, all right. Not TV lives, guys. This is not live. All right. So, again, Dom, I apologize. I thought we were going to get a little more shots tonight. We didn't. Maybe got to bring us back. We had 2 beautiful women who took up all the space as far as getting everyone to look.
They deserve it, though. They deserve it, boy. They deserve
I enjoyed this. We had to do this again. I enjoyed talking to y'all. We all have, we can agree on things and we could disagree, but we all respect.
I agree. But I want to do this house party shit. I want to do this like Shot TV. Everybody come to New Orleans.
I'll be there this summer. I already told the Bryson I told him I was going to come this summer.
That's a wrap.
I've never been before. Y'all can show me a good time.
Oh my God.
Some good food too. I love to eat.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we killed this episode. I want to commend you guys so much on discussing dating. Definitely providing your own insight in your personal lives, which you didn't have to. This episode was really strategically. I only asked you 3, so I didn't. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes with Shot TV, I ask people, and then somebody cancel. What are you about to do? So I got the 3 I wanted for this episode. So that was definitely what I wanted. Shout out to specifically Ciara. Shout out to Dom for having their own podcast. I've been a guest on Dom's podcast, but I think what we're doing right now in this space and what we're doing with everything, it's amazing, and it takes a lot for us to do it. So I'm planning the episode for us to have a space where we can vent about it and talk about the struggles. So be ready for that. Shout out to one of my best friends, Jess, for doing this episode. Very scared. I didn't know how far you were going to take it on here. You did great. And you took it far as hell. So I
was good compared to last time when I just chimed into the end.
Oh, that was a sex episode, though. It was a sex episode last time.
This is all you used me for.
LOL. Dating.
You said yourself. You're like, we're not talking about sex.
I thought that's what we were talking about. I was like, he texted me and he's like, what you doing Thursday? And I'm like, nothing, chilling. He goes,
oh, shit.
Yeah. He was like, I just called him on that. He was like, Oh, you're making your debut. And then he sends me my flyer and it says dating game. I'm like, God damn it! Like,
it's not sex with the fucking game.
I know, but like that has so much to do with it.
I appreciate everybody transparency and honesty because we all came on here and just being ourselves. So
I feel like you should always be yourself.
Yeah.
I feel like that's why we'll all get along because we're all ourselves. Like you know, like that's what people aren't anymore. They're not being themselves. They're trying to be fake. Like when you come to New Orleans, y'all are gonna get fucked up. Like I don't want to hear nothing else. No, like I'm hungry. We'll figure it out. Like you're gonna have
We're looking for that Shot TV love story. So if anything transpires,
oh my God, would that not be the cutest thing?
Like if anything transpires from this episode, please keep us updated. Like, hey, you know, somebody did happen. That would be great. You know, it probably take off before I actually take off. So that would be great. You know what I'm saying?
If my husband out there, just let me know.
Yeah.
Hey,
Got you out.
the ladies say the DMs
Speak
are
up.
open, fellas.
Speak
The
up.
DMs are
Open. I'm actually about to go to a bar, and that sounds bad, but yeah, I gotta go to a bar. So, yeah, I'm about to go now. Well, nah. Well, yeah, 11. They still open. They open on Thursday, right? Well, I'll figure it out. But thank you guys again. Great episode. I love the material. Men, again, Dom said, I said it. Their DMs are open. Please.
Why are you putting us on
Because
like the chopping block? Like we have
It's not no desperation or thirst over here, buddy.
I'm have not because you asked not.
Like shit. I can't pay y'all for the episode, shit. So at least I can damn introduce people.
Yeah.
Find me a nigga in your comments.
Yeah, man. Golly.
I hate you.
At least
Hey, it might be the way.
how about I got some good
You gotta
guys
come
in
with
my
some pressure.
comments.
Like we said, let's reiterate it before. You gotta come with a little pressure because you know you gotta
You gotta
stand
come
up
with
for
that
your
pressure,
race.
fellas.
You know it's a competition,
Fucking
so it's like you gotta stand out a little bit.
Y'all told him, listen, y'all gave niggas the keys tonight. So if a nigga shoot tonight and he
You
didn't
better watch
listen,
this episode, baby.
Nah, he ain't listening. That's on them. We gonna tell them too. They fucking up. Like we got y'all back. Like,
you heard what she said, bro. Like,
right.
you know. So I love y'all. I'm about to go do what I do best. Just keep drinking. So I'll get this.
Hey, thanks for having us, bro. For real, man. Love.
Bye, y'all.
We out.
Points Podcast, Food is Only, all that. Y'all go follow.
Maybe it's Henny, maybe it's Remy, maybe Martell. It might be Patron, you might be on Dun, I cannot tell. We doing it live, whatever you drinking is alright with me. Just pour up your lit and welcome to Shot TV.